I have finally succumbed to the temptation, and I have subscribed to Video Games Monthly. So, just a little backstory. Back in the day, I had kind of started trying to make a review channel. Life got in the way, things took over, and it just never really happened. But recently, I've discovered these Video Games Monthly unboxing videos, and I just kind of got obsessed with them. I've watched I don't know how many hours of these things, and I just finally couldn't take it anymore and had to do it for myself. Now, I just got off of a 12-hour shift at work. I'm super tired, but this came last night before I went to work, and I didn't get a chance to open it yet, and it was just killing me all night. So I'm super excited for this. Wanted to give a quick shout out to this whole list of channels that I've been obsessively watching for the past few months. Just some really awesome channels. I just want to give them a shout out because they inspired me to do this, and they just seem like really cool people. So I will try to link all of these channels in the description, but it's a lot of channels. So first off, I want to shout out to Matt Little Pixel. He's the one that let me know about these boxes. His video was not the most positive view of the service, but it just wasn't for him. And I can understand that. It's not for everybody, but I think it's really good for me. And then Square Pegs, he was the one after My Little Pixel that he really ignited my interest in these boxes, and watching his reactions is a lot of fun. Drinking Games with Josh seems like a super cool guy. Love watching his videos. I can't tell you how many hours I've watched of him. Also, RG Fam Games, I've probably watched every one of his unboxing videos. Really cool channel. Co-op of Nerds. They just seem like an awesome couple, and they're a lot of fun to watch, and it's probably my favorite channel name that I've encountered at least in a long time. The Review Spot, he's just got this great dry sense of humor, great fun to watch. Nerd Stillery, again, awesome channel. Mike Tendo Power, a lot of fun to watch. Papa Bear Gaming, really dig his stuff. Joe Yamada, I love watching him unbox his with his kids because it just gives me a warm feeling in my heart to know that he's sharing his love of retro games with his kids, and they seem to be really cool. Black Ranger, awesome videos. Retro Gaming Online. John Hancock, I don't think he's done a lot of videos on this, but I always enjoy anything he does. Wolfman, another channel that he unboxes with his kid. It's a lot of fun to watch. Do Your Nerd, they're just fun people. Definitely check them out. Rob8742, Reaper00702, 8-Bit Glitch 79, which is another one that I just find myself watching all the time. I watch a lot of his Virtual Game Treasure videos also, even though I don't think I'm interested in getting that service. He seems like a really cool dude. Love to watch him. Scorpion Heatseeker Plugged In. David B69, who, when I'm recording this on the 4th, his video premiered at 9 a.m. I couldn't watch it because I don't want to be spoiled as to what the trinket inside is. Rock Solid Productions, great channel. The Mac Cave. Minato Max, he's a lot of fun to watch. Mr. Money AD. Captain Algebra. John Riggs, I think he's only done maybe 1 or 2 videos on this, but again, I just love his work, and I enjoyed watching him unbox them. Mr. Rightway, Mr. Retro Vintage Gamer, Gaming Palooza Empire, Retro Video Game Vault, Back in the Day Gamer, very cool channel. Downfall Media, No Swear Gamer, which I started watching his other content and then found out he did these videos, so that was very cool. Ballistic Coffee Boy, Game Bunker Adventures, Gamers Attic Show, Real Sergeant Tom, Dad Level Podcast, Retro Mike, Mr. Postile, Everything Retro JD, Total Level, Crappy Elmo's Game Room, really love his channel, go show him some love. Andrew's RGT, Owazrim, I'm not sure if that's how you say that, but cool channel. Brandon Reinvents Himself is another one of my favorites. Ascalon, and the almighty Bandana Gamer. So that took a long time. Sorry. Just wanted to give these people a shout. Let's get into this. I'm excited. So, let's see. I know I've watched many of these videos, and it's kind of surreal to finally be doing it myself. So, I'm gonna do it like I see the professionals do it, and not be able to see what I've got inside. So I feel bubble wrap, and I feel the cards, and I'm so excited. So it's a lot heavier than I thought it would be, and I'm excited because I get the 5-game pack. I'm not sure what all systems this covers because I kept changing my mind and adding more and more systems. And here is Drago. He wanted a peek inside. Come here. So, this is cool. Looks like we got a Squirtle sticker. Neat. Looks like a bunch of stickers. Zelda and Link here. Very cool. I don't know how well that's going to show up. Like a Super Smash Brothers sticker. That's very cool. Yeah, eventually I'll be... So I'm just recording this, if I haven't mentioned this, on my laptop with the webcam and the built-in microphone. It's not going to sound very good, but soon I will be updating my stuff, my equipment, if you will. So, awesome. First month, got a 1-up. That's awesome. So I'm super excited. That means I will have 6 games in here. And the card that everybody knows and loves that reminds you to update your library so you don't get duplicates, and you have a chance to win 3 games by sharing your box on social media, I believe is what that is. Yeah, I know all this stuff very well because I have seen people do this many times. So, alright, I'm so excited. Like, I could not contain my excitement at work. Like, I could not wait to leave work. So, we got an Atari game, which is awesome. So we got Star Raiders. Awesome. I don't know a ton about this game. I know that I've seen it around. My entire video game collection is very small. I only have like 8 Atari games, like 2 PS2 games, 1 or 2 PS1 games, and like only like 1 or 2 NES, Super NES, all this. So I'm like starting brand new. So just about anything I get is going to be amazing. They almost have no way of me feeling like this box is a failure because I'm going to be excited to get it. Unless this box was like all Madden, I think I'm going to be happy. So awesome Star Raiders for the 2600. Sorry about the mess around me because yeah, just got a lot of stuff going on and rearranging things. So second, we have boxing for the 2600. Now, the label is kind of messed up, but that's okay. I think I've played this. I'm not 100% positive, but I'm pretty sure 1987, so it's a later release. I'm not sure, but I'm excited to try it out. I'm not a huge boxing game fan, but there have been some that I like. So what else we got here? Another Atari game. It's cool. And ooh, it's an Activision game. Grand Prix. Don't think I've ever played this one, but I'm usually a fan of the Activision Atari games. So, oh, and it's a David Crane game. So it's super cool. Very excited about that. So that's 3. We should have 3 more. Maybe a PS1 game? Oh, well, I can't really... Siphon Filter 2, which is... So it's loose and just like a jewel case, which kind of sucks, but that's okay. I never played, so I'm not going to be able to play this yet because I have a thing with playing games in order. But it's a 2-disc game, and that's awesome. I've heard very good things about this series, but I've never played it. I did not have a PlayStation when I was younger. We were a Saturn family, but awesome. Very excited for that. Okay. So I don't know which. Okay, so I was wondering if I would get Pipe Mania because in a lot of the videos that I've watched, this box must be before I added all of the systems that I eventually added when it was just Atari, PS1, PS2. I've seen a lot of people get this in their box and sealed, which is cool. It's a sealed PS2 game, and that's awesome. I don't know much about this game. I think I did look it up, and I don't think it got like horrible reviews, but very cool to get a sealed PS2 game. And like I said, I was expecting to get this because I've seen a lot of people get this game sealed. So awesome. Now I can stop wondering. And one more game. Oh, it is SOCOM 3 U.S. Navy SEALs. Greatest hits, and it is complete. So that's cool. I've never played any of the SOCOM games. This one, maybe I can get over not having played the first two. I don't know that this is a series that really relies on continuity, but I'd be very excited to check it out. Awesome. So that's 2 complete. I mean, I am a little bummed. I mean, I know that this is a thing that you get, like, loose games. Still super cool. And if I decided something that I want to complete, I could probably just put together a set. So, awesome. Awesome. Very excited. I'm so happy that I'm finally part of the VGM club. Cannot wait to see what kind of things I get in the future. I'm excited about my next box because my list also now includes NES, Super NES, Famicom, Super Famicom, N64, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance. So, gosh, I'm very excited to see what I got in my next box. This is awesome. I'm very excited. I love collecting Atari games. And like I said, I only have a few. So, I cannot wait to go fire these up. And Siphon Filter too. I'll probably pop it in, maybe see what it's all about, and decide from there if I think I need to play the first one first. So I guess let's just make sure. Yep, just bubble wrap. We're empty. Awesome. Oh my god. It was well worth the wait. I just cannot wait to play these games. So again, a shout out to everybody who inspired me to get the box and to make this crappy video. Again, quality will improve soon. And I want to thank you guys all for watching, and I will see you in April. So, I received Video Games Monthly much later this month than I expected to because I had some problems with PayPal. But thankfully, as soon as everything was figured out, they got this sent out to me like within 2 days, so it was awesome. Eventually, there will be better quality. I am using a different webcam today, and it looks like it's going to look a little bit nicer. The sound's probably going to be bad because I'm using the onboard microphone. I'm also trying to get this done in a hurry because I'm going down to Philadelphia later today. And like I said, I cannot hold in my excitement and want to get this open before I leave. And I'm also in the process of moving, so everything is a mess. But I'm super excited. I'm sure most of you guys know what Video Games Monthly is by now, so I'm not going to go through the whole spiel, but they send you retro video games at random every month. I get the five up, which means I should get 5 games unless I get a 1-up or something like that. I am currently signed up for everything that I currently can play, just because I wanted to try it at least once to see. I think there's 14 systems, including like the Japanese import stuff that I can play, and I wanted to see what I would get. I just want to see what the box looks like. So I'm super excited. I'm feeling better. If anyone watched my retro game treasure video, I'm finally not dying, and I'm not relying on the old Dayquil anymore. So hopefully soon, especially after I move, I'll be able to make the quality of these videos a bit better, and the sound will be better, and I'll work out the video and stuff. I know it looks kind of dark from what I'm looking at. You can just be glare in my glasses, but it'll be alright. Super excited, so let's see what we got. Well, I guess we'll do it like this. Like this. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure I got ruined. The only thing that really sucks, besides not getting it when I wanted, the major thing that sucks about getting it so late is that I've seen a lot of other people's videos, and I've seen what the trinket was. I'm assuming it'll be the same thing for everybody. We will see. So, how's that? Draco. It's a mailer, I guess, instead of bubble wrap. Sir. Oh, say hi. Oh, that wasn't a very happy hi. A Game Boy game. Got some cards. I got a 1-up. Now I've heard. I know there are people that feel differently about 1-ups. There's people that get excited because it's more games, and there's other people that think, well, that means the games are of low value, so they give you more. I'm on the side that I'm excited. I'm excited. That means I'm going to get 6 games, and that's awesome. And then the regular card. Make sure you update so you don't get duplicates. I'm a little concerned because, yeah, I don't think I updated things in time, and then you can win 3 free games if you share your box on social media. There's more bubble wrap in there too. Ooh, is there? Yeah. So yeah, like I said, I knew I was getting a Retro AF button, which is fine. I mean, I wish it would have been a surprise, but I couldn't. When it was late, I couldn't help but, watch other people's videos. So I'm excited. This is gonna go on my, where is it? My guitar strap over there. So awesome. And I think it might be finally time to see what we got. So it feels like a Game Boy game. So let's see. I cannot tell what that is. WWF Superstars. It's got Hulk on it, Randy, and the Ultimate Warrior. So, it's not. Yeah, I've still got to work out this whole new camera thing, but awesome. I don't think I've ever played a wrestling game on the Game Boy. I don't know how well it's going to work, but we will see. It's exciting. I'm excited to get more Game Boy games. Sir. Game Boy. Let's see. It is what? I guess this is a Japanese game. I didn't know I was signed up to get Japanese Game Boy games. 1/24th Metabot series Cabaduo version. Apparently it's got a battery backup. No glue required. What? I'm gonna have to look this up. I have no idea what this is, but cool. Nice. Oh, Game Boy Advance. We got Namco Museum. Now, I think I already have 2 versions of Namco Museum, and I want them all, so I'm very excited. I do love the old classic Namco arcade game. Another Game Boy Advance, and we have Powerpuff Girls. Him and Seek. Now, Powerpuff Girls was not one of the shows I was more of a Nickelodeon kid when I was growing up. Never really watched much Powerpuff Girls, but I've heard very good things. I should probably go back and watch it. So I don't know what Him and Seek means. Is him a character? I have no idea. But if anyone's played this, let me know. Or can recommend some good episodes of Powerpuff Girls. So I should have 2 more. So let's see. Super Famicom, maybe? Super Donkey Kong 3. So this is Donkey Kong Country 3. That's cool. The Super Famicom version. I've honestly only ever played the first Donkey Kong Country, so I'll be excited to try this out. I think I've heard that this was not as good as the first 2, but I guess I'll be the judge of that. Really good, clean cartridge. The label looks awesome. It doesn't have that discoloration on the back that my other Super Famicom game has. I think this is, yeah, my second Super Famicom game, so awesome. Last one. Another Super Famicom. And we have Something 2. This is the sequel to Something. I will put in whatever it is when I edit the video, but that's cool. Now I was warned about how like the import games, they're much less expensive in Japan, like how the import games are less expensive, and they can sometimes crowd the boxes with these because they're less valuable. But I don't mind right now because now I have 3 Super Family games. I'm sure sometime soon I will probably turn it off. And I've also been warned about a lot of shovelware coming with Game Boy Advance, but again, I'm not too upset with any of these gets. The biggest reason I think right now that I want to cut down maybe some of these things or some of the systems I get for is because I want more NES and Genesis. So I've got to decide whether I'm going to keep everything on that I have right now and just see what happens, or if I take some of these off. Right now, I have to do some soul searching, but I'm actually pretty happy with this. I'm very curious about this Japanese Game Boy game. I have no idea what it was. Maybe a mech game? I am not sure. Superstars, that's cool. Oh, I didn't realize it's got the rainbow. It's LJN, so that's exciting. I am happy with Namco Museum. I do want every version of Namco Museum that ever existed. This, I have no idea, because the only thing I can read is 2. It also says System Video System. I don't know if that's the company that published it. It does have some writing on the back, but it's like Japanese, so that's kind of cool. It looks like somebody tried to get it off, but didn't quite get it. I think that's neat. I am really happy to play the import version of Donkey Kong Country 3. That is neat. Powerpuff Girls, we'll see. I think I've heard that the Powerpuff Girl Game Boy Advance games are not very good, but I could be misremembering that. I don't know who BAM Entertainment is. That name doesn't ring a bell. But you know what? All in all, I think I am happy. We'll see what the value is of this when I edit. It does suck that I didn't get any NES because my NES collection is very small. And I knew that would be a risk of keeping all of these 14 systems checked to receive games for. So I might pare it down just so I can get more of the systems that I'm really looking to collect for. But at the same time, because I started to do Retro Game Treasure, I've only signed up for NES, Super NES, Genesis, N64, and Master System on that. So hopefully I'll get some more NES on there, but I should probably pare this down. I just have to do some soul searching. So, awesome. I think it was a good box. I've got to go get prepared to drive 5 hours to Philadelphia, and the thing that sucks is I'm not going to be able to play these games until I get back. But that'll be just be in 2 days from now. Very excited to try them out. Alright, awesome. Make sure there's nothing else in here. Box is empty. And don't know when I will get this edited. There's Clementine walking. Don't know when I'll get this edited, but it'll definitely be out by the end of the month. I've also signed up for Loved Again Media, because one of my friends bought an Xbox Series X and was selling his Xbox One, and I was like, you know what? Why not? So I used that as an excuse to sign up for Loved Again Media so that I can hopefully get some Xbox One games as well as fill out my PS1 and PS2 collection. So I hope everyone enjoyed the video, and I will see you next time.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
the month. That means it's time for Video Games Monthly. I'm very excited. It was a long day at work, a long week at work, and I cannot wait to see what kind of retro game goodness we have. For anyone who doesn't know what Video Games Monthly is, they're a subscription service that sends you random retro games for the systems that you choose. You mark on a list telling them what games you have so you don't get any duplicates, hopefully. Hasn't happened to me yet, but I don't have many games. Now, yesterday I did buy a bunch of Atari games and a couple N64 games. Hopefully I didn't get any of those here. I think if anything, the Atari games would be most likely to get duplicates of, but we shall see. Now, I did take off Super Famicom from last time, just because I don't think I'm really going to focus on the imports. I didn't take off Famicom yet, because I only have one Famicom game, and I'm hoping this box will give me a couple more, and then I'll take that off and focus on the North American consoles. I'm excited. Now, it's got a lot of shake, so I'm assuming there's some Game Boy games or Game Boy Advance games, something small in there. I've seen from the other videos that I've watched from all of the dozens of creators that I watch who do these, probably that many. There's a lot of people I watch open these boxes. It looks to me like Video Games Monthly bought a bunch of like party favor bags and put one of each of the favors in the box, so I'm kind of excited to see what I get. I'm trying to remember, the only thing I can think of off the top of my head that I saw people get is like a little disc thrower thing, but I know there was some other like party favor-ish items. So yeah, let's get into it because I'm excited. Now, like I said, I do hope I get some Famicom and NES. I'm always hoping for NES, and that's why I want to pare down this list a little bit, so maybe I can get more NES in my boxes. So, without further ado, let's see what's inside. Bubble wrap, always good. There's more bubble wrap. Oh, okay, see, now I do remember. I got a top. I remember seeing somebody else get a top. I don't know if I can get this in here. Hey, it's a party! That's cool. I don't know what I would do with this, but go in my drawer for now. Alright. I got an NES game. Game Boy Advance. Well, let's see if we can find the cards. The post social media, get a chance to win 3 free games, and the make sure to update your list. Like I said, I updated mine late because I just got games yesterday. Hopefully, I don't think there's any Atari games, so I think we're good. Say hi to Draco. He's gotta make his appearance. I got a 2-up. So again, like I mentioned, there's a couple schools of thoughts about the ups. I think they're exciting. I know that means I'm probably getting lower value games, but that's fine because I have not many games that I want to get a bunch. So I got a 2-up. That's awesome. My first 2-up. My third box, first 2 I had 1-ups. This one I have 2-ups. So I'm pretty excited, but that probably means that I might have gotten some GBA shovelware. But you know what? Again, I'm okay with that. I'm going to save the NES. Wait, no. And Famicom? Okay. So I've gotten pretty excited. I'm going to save our NES for last. Let's start with... There's a Game Boy. So... Loop. Can't tell what that is. What are you doing, dude? Toy Story 2. Now, it's a black cartridge. Does that mean it's Game Boy Color? I'll have to look, but Toy Story 2? Awesome. I think I remember liking Toy Story 2. I only remember really the first Toy Story, and I really like the first Toy Story. I just didn't really get into the sequels. I don't even know how many there are now. 3 or 4. Alright, let's do... Advance. Cartoon Network Speedway. So maybe this game's really awesome. Who made it? Oh, it's Majesco? I don't know. You can let me know if this is a good game or not, or if this is shovelware, but I'm sure I'll have fun checking it out. Alright. Let's do another Game Boy Advance. Ha-cha-cha-cha! I cannot... What are you doing, dude? He's smelling my elbow. It tickles. It is Shrek the Third. That's funny, because I was getting ready to mention... I don't know how many Shreks there are, either. Are there 4 or 5 of them? I think I only saw the first 2. But this is Shrek the Third. Probably shovelware, right? But who knows? I've become my new favorite game. Another Game Boy Advance. I don't know why I'm trying to... The Incredibles. So we have a theme going here. Wait, what was the first one? Toy Story. So we have a theme, kind of. One's DreamWorks. Oh wait, no. Oh yeah, okay. So all cartoons. There's Cartoon Network Speedway, but this is The Incredibles: Rise of the Underminer. Now, I saw the first Incredibles. I never saw the second one. There is a second one, right? Again, let me know if this is a good game or not, or if it's just GBA shovelware. Fleshing out that GBA library. So let's see. What is this? Is that another? So it feels like I have 2 Famicom games, which is perfect, and 1 NES game, which I'm very excited about. So like I said, I'll probably turn off Famicom after this. I just wanted a few games, mainly for show, to put up on a shelf. The only one I currently have is Tetris for the Famicom, and I bought that because 1, I like Tetris, and 2, it was very cheap. And then I thought it was just the same Tetris that we got in the States, but it wasn't. It's like a different Japanese version that's not made by Nintendo. And actually, it's not a very good version of Tetris. And I'm going to do a video about it eventually, because it does a lot of weird stuff that I don't like. But let's see what my second Famicom game is. I don't really know which way's the front. Hyper Olympic by Konami. That, I don't know how well you're actually going to be able to see that. That artwork is amazing. They're getting it. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay. So some kind of Olympic game. I don't really know anything about this game. The label's kind of coming up a little bit here, but that's alright. It's by Konami, so hopefully it's good. I don't remember seeing this in my Tetris game. There's a little hole there. Do they all have little holes there? So we'll see if the next one does, but nice. Alright. Famicom. There was a lot of stuff going on there. It's by Taito. Jinsaigekijo 2? He's definitely doing a 2. If somebody can let me know what this game is, I will look it up when I'm editing the video or right after I film this, but it's by Taito, so hopefully it's good. I think I'm probably more excited about this one than the Olympic one, but no. This one doesn't have the little hole in it. This one does. This one doesn't. So I'll have to look into that. I don't think my Tetris does either. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more. I get the 5 up. I don't think I mentioned that, but you can get 3, 4, 5 games and then 10. Alright. Let's see. I'm very excited. It is NES. Oh, this is my first NES game I've gotten in any of these random boxes, so I'm very excited. Can't wait to flush. I keep saying I want to say flush. I don't know. I'm tired. can't wait to flesh out that NES collection. So, boom. Okay. Not terribly exciting. I see a lot of people get this. It's a very cheap game. I don't know anything about Anticipation. Was it a TV show or just a board game? Nintendo's first video board game. I don't know. Maybe it would be awesome. I'm not really sure. I don't remember exactly what the gameplay is like. But you know what? I need it for the collection. These people look 80s AF. And I'll check it out. But you know what? That's awesome. Another beautiful gray cart from my shelf. So, and now I don't have to, now I have it. And hopefully, they don't send it to me again. I will update my list as soon as I'm done. But you know what? I am excited when I get, these games that I might not normally be excited for, because it's something I can say I have in my collection. It boosts the numbers, and I'll actually get to see what it's like. Like, if it wasn't for these boxes, these kind of things, I don't know, maybe I would pick this up just because it's cheap and to fill out the collection, but it probably wouldn't have been picked up anytime soon. So now I have it, now I can try it out, and like I said, who knows, maybe it'll be the greatest game in the world. I kind of doubt it, but maybe. So, empty box, and let's just review here. So I got making a noise, but now it's not. Got Anticipation for the NES. Who knows? Maybe this might be a 10 out of 10. We got Jinsai Gekijo 2. If anybody knows what this is or what kind of game it is, please let me know. I am excited to get some Famicom. We'll probably take them off for now, but that is cool to have. Hyper Olympic from 1985 by Konami. Gotta look into this whole thing. I wonder if it's like a Konami. I have no idea. It really stands out that there's a hole in it. The Incredibles: Rise of the Underminer on the Game Boy Advance. Shrek the Third on the Game Boy Advance. Cartoon Network Speedway on the Game Boy Advance. And Toy Story 2 on the Game Boy. So, you know what? I'm pretty happy with this box. It satisfied the want of me to get a couple more Famicom games in my collection. It satisfied another NES game in my collection. And I mean, out of the Game Boy Advance games, I'm probably most excited about Cartoon Network Speedway, because I do like racers. I don't know if it's a kart racer. I'm probably most excited about that, even though I'm more of a Nickelodeon kid than a Cartoon Network kid. Shrek the Third, even if it's horrible, it'll be fun for the meme factor. Maybe I'll stream that sometime. Toy Story 2, I remember playing the original Toy Story game on the Genesis. We rented it from the video store when I was a kid, and it's not a great game, but I did have some fun playing it when I was younger, so maybe this is cool. I assume it's like a platformer. Incredibles. I don't know. We'll see. I'm assuming this is based on the first movie, but it's been so long since I've seen it, I don't even remember who Underminer is. I should probably watch this movie again. Yeah, we'll see. But more games for the collection. I can't see the name Anticipation without thinking of Dr. Frankenfurter from Rocky Horror Picture Show. Some of you will get the reference, some of you won't, but that's all I think is Anticipation. So I will definitely give this a try later. So I want to thank everybody for joining me on my video game collecting adventures, opening these mystery boxes. I'm having a lot of fun. I'm having a lot of great fun talking to all of you guys, talking about games and our love of retro gaming. So thank you everybody for watching. I hope you have a beautiful day. And I will see you next time. Wait. Isn't that what the guy's doing? Yeah. Peace. Hey everybody, welcome back. Aggie here, back with another unboxing video. I've got my Video Games Monthly here. I am super duper excited. That's my attempt to get something, you know, nice for the thumbnail, right? That's what all the professionals do. Let's see. I got nothing. But I'm super excited. Gosh, I'm hoping I have at least one NES game in here. If anybody watched last month's video, I was super hyped to finally get an NES game, and then it was Anticipation, which I've played a little bit. It's not that bad. It's just, let's just say, not what I was hoping to get. It wasn't what I was anticipating for. And let's see what I got. Get the bubble wrap out of the way. Definitely NES. Let's see, do we have any cards? Oh, alright, so the thing that sucks about when I get my box so late is I can't resist the temptation to watch everybody else's video, but I have seen that everyone's getting this Retro AF sticker. That's cool. I'm thinking about starting to put, I guess my guitar's not in here, stickers on my guitar. Maybe we'll start putting stickers on my laptop. Point of the story is I want to start using stickers again. So, definitely, that's cool. Appreciate it. Win 3 free games, post social media, chance, blah, 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 blah. And make sure you update your library. I will update my library immediately after I open this, especially since it's so late. So does that mean... Oh, I feel a Game Gear box. That's why I didn't take Game Gear off. Because I haven't gotten a Game Gear game yet. Atari. Game Gear. Atari. So I don't think I got one up. I think this is my first time without any kind of up. So, gosh, I don't even know where to start. Start with an Atari. Atari's my biggest collection. I love getting Atari games. I'll never get a complete set because the really rare games are like astronomical prices, but I'd like to have as close as I can get. So, first game is Upside Down. Cosmic Arc. I want to say I was just watching somebody talk about this. I'm pretty sure, though, I have heard positive things about this. I know I've seen somebody play this before. Never played it myself. The magic carts kind of make it... They kind of look weird on the shelf next to, like, the normal shaped Atari. But awesome. I've heard this is a good game, and again, I love expanding my Atari collection. So Cosmic Arc is really, really awesome. I'm really enjoying all these Magic games. They're really good. There's 2 parts to the game. There's the part where you're shooting asteroids in space, and then there's the part where you're saving the little creatures from all the different planets. Hence Cosmic Arc. It's like a cosmic Noah's Ark. I had a lot of fun with it. I highly recommend it. I'll definitely play this one a lot more. It's definitely a really good time. Check it out. So, another Atari game. And, oh, well, I saw it before you because I messed up. So, I think this is my first telegame game? That just sounded weird. So Telegames was the Sears branding of like the Atari and the Atari games and stuff. So this is 27 Telegames. Shooting gallery, planes, submarine, ships, 1 to 2 players. Huh. I wonder what the like Atari the VCS equivalent of this is. Target fun. I do love the fonts. Like those old 70s fonts. Look how awesome that is. I don't know much about this, but gosh, again, Atari collection. Still growing. Target Fun! It's also known as Air Sea Battle on the Atari VCS. Target Fun! Target Fun! There's always a second player on screen. It's meant to be enjoyed two-player. I can see that it would probably be a lot of fun with a second player, and I'm definitely going to try it out soon with somebody else. But yeah, I'm happy to have it. Target Fun! Another Atari game. Cool. Awesome. That's awesome. Alright. We got Dragonfire, another Magic game. These labels, they're alright. They're not bad. So Dragonfire, I don't know a lot about this either. I think for the most part, I've enjoyed my time with the Magic stuff. C and D. Sadly, these probably won't sit together on the shelf. There's going to be games in between, but they'll probably look good together. You know, sitting there, all uniform. And Magic does it again. This game is fantastic. I had a lot of fun with this. I'm not great at it yet, but this is one I can see myself playing over and over until I get better and further. It follows a similar formula to the other Magic games that I've played, where there's two different styles of gameplay, two different levels that you go back and forth between. There's the one where you dodge the fireballs in order to get in the castle, and then when you're in the castle, you're stealing the treasure from the dragon. Lots of fun. I recommend it. Very small Game Gear collection. I think this will make my third game. Let's see what we got. The NBA Jam. NBA Jam Tournament Edition. I didn't even know that this was on the Game Gear. I wonder how it plays. I don't think I've played an 8-bit version of NBA Jam. Was it on the Master System? I don't know. But whatever, cool. Super excited to get more Game Gear. NBA Jam for the Game Gear. I'm not great at basketball games just in general, but I do remember having a lot of fun with NBA Jam Tournament Edition on the Genesis. I did start having a little bit of fun with this after I started to figure it out a little bit more, but it just felt kind of clunky. And again, I'm no expert at this kind of game, but I'm definitely sure I'd rather be playing NBA Jam Tournament Edition on the Sega Genesis. And here it is. I want everyone to, in the comments below, make your predictions. Is this NES game going to be awesome? Or is it going to be another thud like last week? Alright, we all ready? Bam! Okay. Alright. Video Games Monthly. Hold on. Everybody. Good job. That is definitely awesome. Don't own this yet. This label looks amazing. Like, very clean. This cartridge, I mean, there's some smuts up here, but it looks like it'll wipe off. It's a very nice looking game. Definitely playing this later. That's awesome. I think this might have... I don't think this is a very expensive game. But I think this makes a box for me. Oh man, this game. I love this game. I'm so excited to have this. As you can see, it's not a very expensive game, but it is great playing, and I have so many memories just tied up with this game. When I was a kid, I owned the first TMNT game on the NES, and it was really hard. My friend, who lived the next street down, he owned a copy of this game, and we used to borrow each other's games. I remember borrowing this game in particular and enjoying it so much and being so bummed that I had the other Turtles game and he had this one, that I just kept making up excuses as to why I couldn't give him back his game, because I wanted to keep playing it. Long story short, that game never made it back to my friend. I wish I still had it now, because, like I said, it's just so nostalgic for me, and, oh, yeah, definitely this made the box for me. Lots of fun. If you've never played it, definitely check it out. One of my favorite games on the NES. And I'm really excited about the 2 Magic games. I like NBA Jam. I used to rent that on the Genesis when I was a kid. And honestly, I'd like to play it on the Genesis again. Eventually, I'm sure I'll get it. But who knows? Maybe the Game Gear version's alright. And like I said, I just really wanted to get a Game Gear game because I don't have very many. But the coup de grace is T2. T2? Turtles 2, the arcade game. I was thinking, because I was watching a video the other day and a guy was talking about the Terminator game on the Genesis, but it wasn't the arcade game, it was the other one. I don't know why. I just recently watched this video. But anyway, regardless. See how I ramble on? Turtles 2, the arcade game, very excited about. So we'll do the totals, see what everything's worth. Do I think, not knowing anything, that this is worth $54.99? No. I don't. Who knows? I could be really wrong. But it doesn't matter. I'm happy with the video. The experience was worth it. So, just a quick recap. We got... I almost said T2 again. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2. The arcade game. We got NBA Jam Tournament Edition for the Game Gear. We got 27 telegames for the Atari 2600. And 2 Magic games. Dragonfire and Cosmic Arc. So, thank you everybody for watching. Let me know what you think of the box. Let me know if you have any suggestions for games I should play for the Atari. I had an Atari growing up. I had a good bit of games, but I keep finding that there's ones that, you know, I'd never seen when I was a kid. So, I think that'll be my question for this week, if anyone's still watching this, is... what are some good Atari 2600 games you can recommend that might not be as well known as, like, the big ones? You know, like Centipede and Space Invaders and all that. Without further ado, I'm gonna go play some video games. Bye, 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 bye.
Attention shoppers, the new Atari cartridge game is in.
Excuse me.
Uh-oh. George again.
Ooh, Atari's ASC battle.
It comes with 27 games, but that's just for starters. You can get 9 cartridges, 187 games.
Blackjack. Oh!
I'd like an Atari.
Sorry, only our demonstrators left.
Mine!
No, George. Mine.
The new video computer system by Atari. More games, more fun.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm going to steal a phrase from Captain Algebra. It's the beginning of the month, so that means it's the best time of the month. He says it quite better. It is time for Video Games Monthly. Alright, so we have July's box. It got quite f***ed up. Look at that. In the mail. It is, I don't know. Hopefully everything's okay in there. I'm super excited. I had taken off Genesis and Master System for the last box or two because I would prefer to get complete in box, but I decided to try it, put it back on, because I still haven't gotten anything from Genesis or Master System in Video Games Monthly, so we'll see. I'll probably end up taking them back off again because Retro Game Treasure has been really good about sending me complete box stuff. I haven't gotten anything from Master System from anyone yet, so fingers crossed. So without further ado, let's get into it. I believe I saw everybody was getting tattoos this month. There's my tattoo. I got Toad. Cool. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that. I got a 1-up. Bam. Alright, let's get into it. I'm gonna start with this Genesis game. I'm excited. And look at that, WWF Royal Rumble. Awesome. I've never been much into wrestling games. I actually didn't get much into wrestling until I was older, and I really just enjoy like this era, 80s and 90s. But I don't know anything about this game. So everyone let me know, is this a good wrestling game? Good focus. Is this a good wrestling game? I do not know, but I'm excited to have it. I will now have to find a box for it, at least, if not a manual. But that's cool. I don't have many Genesis games, so... Oh. The cartridge is filthy, though. I don't know if that's gonna pick up. But it is real dirty. Alright, awesome. Royal Rumble, first game. So I did end up having a lot of fun with this one. I was able to figure out most things. I wasn't able to pin my opponent. I looked it up online how to do it, and I still couldn't get it to work. I think that's more of a problem with me than the game. I don't know how this game is regarded by wrestling game fans, but I had some fun with it. It has a roster that I enjoyed, you know, a lot of wrestlers that I would have fun playing with. Sadly, no Mick Foley. I don't know if he appeared in any of the older games. Most of my wrestling game experience is from the PS2 era, just around that time, and I haven't played too many of the 8 and 16-bit games, and a lot of them that I've played just weren't very good. I definitely have a positive, at least initial, impression of this game. I'm going to save the NES for last. Oh, I think it's an Atari game. Awesome. My Atari collection, biggest collection. Let's see what we got. Venture. I don't know what that is, but that's pretty cool label. Exidy. It's by Exidy. 1981. Oh, it also says Coleco. Oh yeah, it says Coleco on it. Awesome. I don't know this game. It's got a cool, like, serpent design on it. But yeah, I don't know this game. Very excited. Always excited to get Atari games. So yeah, this ended up, I think, by far being my favorite game out of the box. It's just a blast. I am not familiar with Venture, the arcade game, but I'm definitely going to look into it now because I had a lot of fun playing the Atari 2600 conversion. I only saw 2 maps. I don't know if there's any more in this game or not, but it was a really good time. You're a little tiny dot, as you can see here. You can't shoot or anything before you get into the little dungeon area. You just have to avoid the enemies. But then you go in there, you grab, I guess, treasure. You can shoot or dodge enemies, get the treasure, gather all the treasure from the different little rooms, and you move on to the next map. I definitely recommend this for your Atari 2600. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So I think I have 3 Game Gear games. That's really exciting. I cannot wait to see what this is. Alright. Ooh, okay. Hopefully the other ones are bangers. This is sports trivia for the Game Gear. I don't even know what... Oh. Look. Focus. It says not for resale. That's interesting. Did this come like as a pack-in or something? I don't know anything about this. I am not into sports. Definitely, there are some sports games that I would play and that I would like to play, but I wouldn't know anything about early 90s sports trivia. But you guys can let me know if that's anything worth, I don't know. It's going to be funny watching me play this because I'm not going to have any idea about anything. And I don't really know why it says not for resale, so if somebody could let me know what that's all about. That's cool. Game Gear game for the collection. Yeah, well, sports trivia. Definitely not something that's geared toward me. I will say that I think the idea of, you know, whether or not you get an answer right determines how you're doing in this football game that's going on throughout the game. But not only do I not know anything about any sports trivia, but I don't really know the rules of football, so I was just doubly screwed. Most of the questions, I just either guessed what I thought was the funniest name, or a name that I had heard of. This one, I was just lucky and guessed Wolverines. But it's gonna collect us on a shelf. Alright, another Game Gear. We got Sonic Chaos. I've never played this. I have watched people play this. I've watched people talk about it. I'm pretty sure this is highly regarded, but I'm not sure. I'm excited though. I think, is Sonic Chaos like a traditional Sonic game? Hopefully it's not a puzzle game or something. I'm not sure, but nice. Always happy to see Sonic in my box. So yeah, Sonic Chaos was pretty fun. It took me a few minutes to kind of get into it. Something fell off. Now, I'm no expert at the 8-bit Sonic games. I haven't played that many of them. I do have Sonic 2 for the Game Gear, but I haven't got to play it too much. It's one I had as a kid, and I did have a lot of fun with it. But it just took me a few stages to kind of get a feel for how it works. I did start having fun with it. It looks like over time, the reception of this has kind of gone down, and it's kind of seen as a more mediocre entry in the Sonic series. But it's alright. It's definitely not the worst game in the series I've ever played, and certainly not the best. But it's one that I'm definitely going to explore a little bit more and would like to try to see how far I can get into, if not beat it. It's one that I'd say if you're into Sonic, especially the 8-bit entries, I definitely recommend you give it a try. Pretty fun. Alright, we got one more Game Gear. Very exciting. Fingers crossed, something exciting. It's going to be Sports Trivia 2, watch. We got, The Lion King. Now, gosh, I have no idea how this would even play on the Game Gear. I know it's really hard on the Genesis, at least for me. I can never get past like the first or second stage. It's been a while since I've played it. Whatever stage where you're swinging on the animals' tails, I can never get past that. I have a feeling this is probably not a great port. I don't know. Again, you guys can let me know. Never played it. Pretty sure I've seen people play it. But that's really cool to have. I'm excited. I'm excited to have it. Really amped up my Game Gear collection. I think I've doubled now what I had before. Now, it's been a while since I've played Lion King on the Sega Genesis. I used to rent it all the time when I was a kid. Even though I wasn't good at it, I kept renting it because I kept convincing myself I was going to get further. I never did. But just based on memory alone, I do not remember that game being as frustrating as this. I got very angry and upset. I could not play this game for very long. I don't like the way that the screen whips back and forth. It's really disorienting. I can't seem to get Simba to jump where I'm trying to get him to jump. Just everything just feels wrong. I do not like it. I will come back to this one day, I think, at least one more time to, when I have a little bit more time, and maybe I won't get as frustrated because I'm not trying to record in a hurry, but I can't even verbalize how angry playing this game made me. Definitely not my favorite. So we're on our last one. It's NES. Always I think I'm most excited to get NES games. Second would probably be Atari. But there's just something really special. Even though Atari was my first game console, the Nintendo was the first one that, the games really spoke. I was at that age where, gaming was really becoming important. I was really little when I played the Atari. And then when I got older, we had an NES, and that was my system. So, here we go. You got NES. 1, 2, 3. Bam! Star Voyager. It's by Acclaim. And that might not be a good sign. I know they made a lot of trash. Like the Simpsons games and whatever. Awesome. I'm excited to play it. I don't know anything about it I know I watch so many videos about people talking about games. I know I've probably seen somebody talk about this or play it, but I can't remember. I wonder if it's like a cockpit view. Like it has that you can. This is like somebody steering a spaceship. I don't know that I've ever played an NES game where you're like it's like first-person space simulation kind of a thing. Hopefully it's fun. Again, Acclaim kind of worries me. I know I've played some trash that was published by Acclaim. I've played some good stuff from Acclaim too, so maybe this is one of the good ones. But yes, awesome. Another NES game. Well, I do believe that if I would have seen this as a kid, I would have been pretty impressed with the graphics. Like I said, I never played any of these like cockpit first-person views on my NES. We didn't have any of these games. I just couldn't figure out what the hell I was supposed to do. I could not figure out. I had kind of run out of time when I was recording footage, the time that I had set aside to get this done before I had to move on to other things. And I just didn't look up an instruction manual or anything. I just kind of tried to wing it. Kept trying to push different buttons and go in different directions. And I tried to figure this out. I swear I did. I couldn't figure it out. Maybe I'm just an idiot. It's definitely one I'll come back to. I'll look up a manual and see if I can figure out what exactly it is that I'm supposed to do. So I can't say I have the most positive first impressions of this game, but that's mainly just because I have no idea what the heck I'm doing. Alright, is that it? That is it. Box is empty. I would say this is a pretty good haul. I'm very excited that I got 3 new Game Gear games. Even though sports trivia, that is not really for me. I will probably play this once for 5 minutes to capture some footage to show you guys, and I may never play it again, but that's fine. It'll look nice in however I end up displaying these. I've been looking at Etsy for like stands for Game Boy Advance, and Game Gear games. I'm probably going to get some kind of 3D printed something to display these in, so be a nice filler. Oh yeah, Coleco. I love these cartridges. I remember I think it was Mousetrap when I was a kid. Was that published by Coleco? I believe it was. I'll look it up. And I always like the look of these like light tan cartridges. It takes me back to my childhood. It just reminds me of I want to say it was Mousetrap that I had. So again, anybody let me know if this is any good. That cover art is phenomenal. I'm very excited. Again, I mean, this is cool. Hopefully this is a good wrestling game. I definitely want to get the boxes, and I'll probably end up taking these Genesis and Master System. Well, at least Genesis. I'd like to get something from Master System from one of the services I subscribe to, because that has not happened yet. But this label was really faded. Kind of gross. This cartridge, just in general, was kind of gross. But it's hard for me to say Sonic Chaos or the one NES game, just because it's an NES game. Might be one of these two. I think is my favorite out of the box. You know what? These 3. Can I pick 3 out of 6? Is that ridiculous? I'm most excited about these. Lion King I'm excited to have. I'm afraid of how it's going to play. Sports trivia, again, it's just filler. Royal Rumble I'm excited to have. I wish it had a box. But regardless, it was another pretty good month. We'll see what the values are here somewhere. Hopefully the values are good. And even if the value's not good, who knows? Maybe I will end up loving these games. I do love these services. No matter what anyone says, whether or not the value's there, they're fun. And I enjoy them immensely. So I hope everybody enjoyed the video. there's been a lot going on in my life, but I'm working on trying to improve the quality of these videos, and hopefully I'll be putting out more varied content soon. I'm going to start working on reviews and other kind of things. But right now, just so I have some content every month, I'm going to keep doing the 3 unboxings, and then when I get more time and more resources, I'm going to sprinkle in projects that have more production value and more time spent producing them. So hopefully you guys enjoy that when it happens. I want to thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye. Ow! He just tried to climb up my leg. Holy shit. Buddy, can you give me a minute? Ow! Ugh. Say hi. Say hi. You just want to be in the video? You gonna let me finish this? See what your brother's doing. He's gonna come right back. No! Now he's playing with the tripod. You're chewing on it? This is ridiculous.
Attention consumers, certain portable gaming systems are being dressed up in order to distract the buyer from their ordinary one-color play. What could be next? Little flower print dresses? Black leather restraining devices? Fresh baked olive loaf? Don't be fooled. Get Sega Game Gear. Basic black on the outside. Hundreds of exciting full-color games radiating from the inside. And we promise no sleazy little get-ups that scream, "Hello, big boy. Get Game Gear." Sega!
Welcome back, everybody. It's that time of the month again. I'm bloody chuffed. Let's do it. So quick shout out to Barcode Battler 2587. I asked for synonyms for excited because I got tired of saying excited so much. They suggest bloody chuffed, and it was bloody perfect. So thank you. I appreciate it. So also a quick shout out to Angry Monkey Games. He gave me some suggestions for words to use instead of awesome. Let's see if I can remember to use different words, or if I just keep falling back on awesome. Now, this month, I've been watching these other people's unboxing videos for a long time. I've watched a lot of them. There's still some I haven't seen, and I'm trying to work through all of them because I love watching them. And I'm always seeing people talk about their bulges, and I've never really gotten a bulge yet. Finally, I mean, it's not a great big bulge, but if you can see there, it's a bulging. So I'm excited. So I put Game Boy Advance back on. It sounds like there might be some Game Boy Advance in there. I'm not sure, but it's bulging, and that's very exciting. Let's see if I can get... So yeah, bloody chuffed. Let's do it. Oh, another cool thing is my box came on time. It's the 3rd. I had been getting my box for various reasons much later in the month, so I have not watched anybody else's video yet, so I have no idea what the trinket is. I got a 1-up. Cha-ching, cha-ching. That is bodacious. I think this is our trinket. Oh, okay, that's cool. It's a VGM drink coaster. Pretty cool. That's the mascot, Floyd. I do like Floyd's design. He's got a nice little beer there. gnarly. This is the best trinket I think I've gotten yet so far. Okay, got bubble wrap. I never pop it or anything. Maybe I'll do that. More bubble wrap. That doesn't need everything, so we'll just leave it. Okay. NES. 2 NES games. Oh my goodness. Game Gear. Ooh. Atari. Maybe another Game Gear and Atari. Okay. So, I'm just surprised. So I only had 1 month where I got Game Boy Advance, and it was all like licensed, like kid cartoon games, a lot of shovelware and stuff, and because that's cheap, super cheap and readily available. And so I took it off, and then I was like, I should probably give it more time, and I do want to build up that collection, and I might as well just get those games. I mean, I figure the entertainment that could be had maybe with me playing these awful shovelware games, I owe it to you guys to watch me suffer. So we'll save NES for last. I don't know what to do first. Let's do Game Gear. I think there is 2 Game Gear games. Very small collection. I'm ready for this. Alright, so first game. What is that? Tasmania. I believe I've heard good things about this. Tubular. This is tubular. Really sweet. This cartridge is like beautiful. Like there's no marks on it. Like the label. Yeah, there's. Look at that. That is a beautiful label. I am very looking forward to that. That's bodacious as hell. I believe I heard good things about this. I don't think I've heard as positive a reception for this as the Genesis version, but sweet, super sweet. Tasmania was released for the Game Gear in 1992, and I'm going to be 100% honest, it did not make the greatest first impression. I think I was expecting more of just a standard platformer. It drops you in on this first level, you're trying to run away from this rock. It took me several times to really figure out what I was supposed to do. I eventually got the hang of it. It just wasn't very satisfying to play. The game is very, very choppy. I don't know how well that translates in this footage. You'll see when I make this big jump at the end how choppy it is. It just wasn't very fun to play. After I figured it out a little bit, I did start to enjoy it more. This is one I'm definitely going to have to spend more time with. Maybe once I really get a feel for how it works, I'll enjoy it more. The music is absolutely insane. It just sounds like it was made by a psychotic person. It's really odd. I'm happy to have this in my collection. And like I said, it's one I have to give more time to, but it did not make the best first impression. Gnarly. Second Game Gear game. Let's see. Mortal Kombat 2. Now, I've played, I believe, the first 2 Mortal Kombat games on the Game Boy. They were pretty bad. I assume this one's not great, but I do believe I have heard that it's better than the Game Boy ports. So, I'll be interested to check this out. 2 buttons. Only 2 buttons, so this one, the label does have some scratches. There's some stuff up here, but really, it's still a nice looking cart. So, yeah, bodacious. Mortal Kombat 2 was released for the Game Gear in 1994, and so with this one, I actually enjoyed this more than I thought I would. It's not a fantastic version. It's not even really that good of a version of Mortal Kombat 2. But you know what? I figured out how to do some of the moves. And even though it is very choppy and not anywhere near
the experience you'd get on, say, the Genesis or obviously in the arcade, it was all right. It was fun. It was funny. The first game, Tasmania, I thought I would enjoy a lot more than I did, and it kind of ended up being a dud as far as my initial impressions. This one, again, it's not a great game, but just thinking back to if I would have had this as a kid, I would have been very happy with this version of Mortal Kombat 2 on the go. So it's definitely one I'm going to spend a little more time with, see if I can figure out some more of the moves, see how far I can get, see if I can beat it. And yeah, I'm glad to have this. So I guess let's do 2600. Biggest collection, getting bigger. Let's hope it's a winner. They've done very well. There's a fly. They've done very well so far. Oh, man, this fly is going to drive me nuts. How did you get in here? Alright. Let's do it. Ooh, Freeway. I had this when I was a kid. Ooh, that label is rough. I believe. Is this the one where you're the chicken? Right? I believe this is the one where you're the chicken. It's like Frogger, kind of. Not as good. It's a David Crane game, apparently. That label is very rough. That's fine, though. I can see what it is on the... When I have it on the shelf, that's what matters. There's like a barcode, like there was something, maybe a sticker on here or something, then I don't know. My Activision collection is really growing. The cool thing I'll say about all these weird markings on it is that it kind of distracts from that that Activision label crap. the glue bleeding. Oh man, sweet. Now, I know I played this a lot when I was younger, but I don't think it's as good of a game as I thought it was when I was a kid. I haven't played it in a long time. I've seen people play it recently, and it is very much, if I remember correctly, a poor man's Frogger. But you guys will see what I think. Maybe I enjoy it more than I think I'm going to. Freeway was released in 1981 for the Atari 2600. It's a David Crane game by the almighty Activision. I do remember having this as a kid after I've played it. I remember specifically thinking that the idea that you're playing the chicken crossing the road was just the greatest thing in the world. I love this game just for that concept alone. So there's always a second chicken on screen. This is definitely meant to be enjoyed with 2 players to see who can get more points first. I would have had a lot more fun had I had a second person to play with when I was recording footage, but alas I did not. It's an okay game. It's one I definitely need to try with another player, but it is just kind of monotonous. You just keep doing the same thing. There's different difficulties that are more challenging, and that was kind of fun to mess around with. I'll definitely play it, but I definitely want to bring somebody else with me next time. So we have another Atari game. Let's see what it is. Another Activision! Wow! Wow. Is this a later game or something? It says 1981. Look at this cartridge. It doesn't have any of that glue bleed. That's... I mean, there's some scuffs on it and stuff, but that's the nicest looking Activision label I've ever seen. I don't know if there's something different about this cartridge. Like, is the label different? Is the glue different? I'm not sure, but ice hockey. I'm not really a big sports person, but I do enjoy hockey. You can definitely tell what it is from there. I mean, it looks like little people. That's pretty good graphics for the Atari. I just can't believe this is the nicest Activision label I've ever seen. Has anyone ever played this? Is it a good game of hockey? I mean, I guess you guys will see what I think, but I am unfamiliar with this game. just can't get over this label. It looks like some kittens or something were chewing on it. My kittens have been chewing up all of my everything. Wow, super sweet. It's radical. Radical, man! Ice Hockey was released for the Atari 2600 in 1981. I don't have a whole lot to say about this game. I liked it. I'm not a big sports guy. Out of all of the, big major sports, I probably enjoy hockey, like watching hockey the most, and playing hockey games probably the most. I think I understand the sport the most, more than football or soccer and whatnot. You'll see how bad I am at sports games more so later. Spoiler. But I had a lot of fun with this. This was super cool. This is one I'll definitely play more. I thought it was a blast. Just really simple game of hockey. Not the greatest physics, not the greatest graphics, not the greatest sounds, but a good little time waster. Definitely cool to have. Alright, 2 NES games is what we got left. Oh, please be some winners. I guess I was just doing one on the top here. Which one? I think that's the front. Alright, here we go. First NES. NES Play Action Football. So, like I was just saying, I'm not a big sports guy. That's a 4-player game. But, I don't know. I might enjoy some old football games. I'll definitely try it out. You guys might be having a lot of fun watching me suffer because I'm very bad at it. I don't know if this is... I'm not familiar with this one at all. So, let me know if this is a good game of football. What's it say on the bottom? You choose realistic offense and tough defensive strategies. Is there a year on this? It's a pretty nice looking cartridge. Label looks very nice. There's not a lot of marks on the card itself. It's another sports game, and it's football. So, this is NES Play Action Football. It was released for the NES in 1990. I'm not ashamed to admit it. I don't really understand the rules of football. I've only played a handful of football games in my life, mostly Madden, because I had a friend who didn't play much video games, but he played Madden, so I used to play with him, so I could play video games with him. He always kicks my ass, but we had a fun time. I am genuinely curious. One, do people consider this a good football game for the NES? And two, how do you guys feel about the isometric view? Because it was really throwing me off. I had a hard time dealing with it. I don't know if it was more just I didn't know what I was doing, and that made it worse, or... I don't know. The isometric view was just weird for me. Please let me know. Is this a good game of football? Do you guys like the isometric view? I will have to give this more time when I understand more what I'm doing, but I am definitely glad to have it in my collection. The digitized voices are really cool, too. One more. I'm already going to say this is a pretty good box. I hope that the last game is not another sports game. That would be a little disappointing. But I'd say pretty good box. So, last game. Let's do it. Wah, wah, wah. Great game. Awesome game. I just got this in my Retro Game Treasure. I thought I updated my list in time to not get a duplicate, but I might not have. Because it was really clear. My Retro Game Treasure was late. So now I have 2 copies of Tetris. Yeah, awesome game. Awesome game. Guess that means I get to play more Tetris for this video, so that's sweet. The label on this one is coming off a little bit right there. So I think the one I got from Retro Game Treasure is actually in better condition. So I'll probably trade this, or I don't know, do something with it. Awesome game. Had I not just gotten this in Retro Game Treasure, this would be I would be like, much more excited. Go watch my Retro Game Treasure video so you can see what I mean. I mean, I'll check to make sure that I know I marked it off. I had to have. Yeah, it's marked off. I'm just gonna chalk it up to. I don't think that's their fault. I think just the fact that Retro Game Treasure was so late this month, I just didn't get it in there in time. So that's okay. Like I said, I'll probably just keep it to use to trade with someone for something that I need. Or, trade it in at my local retro game store. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll head down there this weekend. And super great game. Awesome. Radical. So it's NES Tetris. I just talked about this in the last video. It's amazing. The music is amazing. The graphics are amazing. I just said all this stuff. It's my first duplicate. Again, I think it's just because I got these boxes so close together, and when I updated my VGM list, it was just too late, and they already packed my box. But it's cool. I don't mind having two versions with Tetris. It's a little disappointing that I got a duplicate, but it's gonna happen. Gnarly. Bodacious. So, I guess we'll do a quick recap. Tetris, great game. Duplicate, I don't think it's their fault. I guess the whole name of this is NES Play Action Football. I'm not sure, but this football game, ice hockey with the nicest Activision label I've ever seen in my entire life. Freeway, which is sweet. It's another childhood game. I'm trying to get, at the very least, all of the games that I had when I was a child. I do remember enjoying this. Mortal Kombat 2. I'm sure it's not a great version of Mortal Kombat 2, but definitely super sweet to have. Love Game Gear cartridges. I just love the way that they look. They're so futuristic and lovely. Then we have Tasmania, and that's got me real bloody chuffed. That is sweetness. So we'll see how much everything's worth. I know that because I just looked this up, that this is about a $10 game, like $9.99. Atari games are usually fairly inexpensive, at least the common ones. So I'm sure these probably aren't worth a whole lot of money. I have no idea about the Game Gear games, but hopefully we, got somewhere near what we paid for. If not, I would say that this experience was worth $44.99, however much this is. I can't remember off the top of my head. So let me know what you guys think. What's your pick of the box? If I had not just gotten Tetris, again, it would be Tetris. I will say that the pick of the box for me, probably actually Tasmania. I know that I've seen a lot of people talk about this. I think they talked positively about it. Maybe I'm completely wrong. Maybe this game sucks ass. But I'm excited about it. I look forward to it a lot. And honestly, if I had to go for another one, probably Freeway, just because, again, it's one that I played when I was a wee little Aggie. Little tiny hands on the joystick. So I have a blast doing these videos. I appreciate everyone who joins me, watches me, ramble on, take a cardboard or empty. So thank you everybody for watching. I hope you have a beautiful day. Thank you for spending time with me, and I will see you later. Bye.
Mario Kart Super Circuit on Game Boy Advance. 4 players, no rules.
To steal a phrase from Square Pegs, it's time to release this from its priority mail prison. It's that time. I'm bloody chuffed. Let's do it. So I always try to, like, guess what's inside these boxes, but that's really hard to tell. It does sound like maybe there's some Game Boy Advance or Game Gear in here. I'm not sure. It got kind of banged up again on shipment. That's disappointing, but hopefully nothing bad happened. So welcome back, everybody. I've been getting a lot of new subscribers lately, so I just want to say thank you and welcome. Hopefully you enjoy what you see. I'm going to try to vary my content a little more soon. I just haven't really had the time. And the great thing about these boxes is that no matter what, I make myself film myself open these every time I get these boxes. So at least I'm getting something out. I hope to start doing some reviews and lists and things like that. So stay tuned. Without further ado, I'm excited. September is my birthday month. Just happened very recently. So I'm hoping I got some good stuff in here. So, play the past into the future. Wonderful saying. I'll open this so I can't see anything, as always. I recently purchased Super Mario Bros. 2 at Big Retro, my local game store. So I'm hoping there's, not that in here, because that would be disappointing. We have the illustrious bubble wrap. More bubble wrap. Yeah, the Game Boy Advance. N64? I don't think I've gotten anything N64 from Video Games Monthly. I don't think so. I know I got one from Retro Game Treasure. Ooh, feels like it might be on a Magic Atari game. Oh, what's that? 2 Atari games? So I guess we'll just get into it. Oh, wait, here's the trinket. I got a coin. Now, I guess these are called, what is it? Focus. Gibbets, I guess? I don't wear Crocs. I've never owned a Croc. I guess these go in the little holes in the Croc. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. Maybe I should invest finally in some Crocs. Never really my style, but maybe I should. So, it feels like an interesting arrangement. So, it feels like a couple GBA games. So we're going to start with GBA. So I think that's the front. Fingers crossed. What was that? Nickelodeon something? Oh my God. Oh, Nickelodeon, All Grown Up, Express Yourself. So this is Rugrats, right? I never watched All Grown Up. By the time All Grown Up came out, Rugrats had already kind of started sucking. I didn't really like the movie, and it just got worse after the movie. I imagine this probably isn't a great game. I've not heard good things about the Rugrats games, but let me know. How is All Grown Up, Express Yourself? Is it a hidden gem? Alright, so we're going to do the other GBA game. So, here we go. That is Ultimate Winter Games by Telegames. Oh, and there's some initials. Looks like it says BP, so thank you, BP. I have your game now. I've played some of the winter games, for all the million of consoles it came. I'm assuming this is the same series, right? This is just the Ultimate Winter Games, but I assume it's like sports mini games like skiing and stuff like that, but I don't know. Let me know how you guys feel about this one. Now, I'm probably going to keep GBA on for a while, even though I know I'm going to get a lot of cheap shovelware, because I've mentioned before in a video, they're still fun to see what they're like, and they're games that I might not have otherwise ever played. So it looks like I have 2 Atari and an N64, so that's pretty exciting. So I'm not sure which way this goes, but let's try an Atari game. So it is a Magic Star Voyager. That label is pretty beat up, but that's okay. I don't care so much about that. Does it have the end label? Yeah, which is pretty faded, but it's alright. As long as the game plays, I don't care so much. It's not like that was a very impressive label anyway. It's pretty plain. But I've enjoyed my time with all the Magic games I've played so far, so hopefully Star Voyager is another winner. My biggest collection, Atari, and I love every time I get another Atari game, so. Another Atari feels like it's another Magic title, so that's exciting, so let's see. Ooh, I wonder if this came from the same person. Riddle of the Sphinx. Awesome. Can't wait to see what it's like. It's got the Sphinx on it. A weird, like, faded picture of the Sphinx. So sweet. Can't wait to see what that's like. I'll have to find out how many Magic games there are exactly. I've got to be getting closer to the set. And then, so it doesn't feel like I have any 1-up or anything. I don't even feel any cards. Oh wait, no. Maybe I do. Maybe I'm wrong. So yeah, there's your update your library and post social media, chance to win games, blah blah, whatever. And then yep, we got an N64 game. I don't know which way's the front. I think that's the front. Alright, so last game. Fingers crossed. I'm always afraid it's going to be some like silly sports game that I'm not into, but we'll see. And we got... Whoa, is that Pokemon Snap? That's Pokemon Snap! Holy moly! So I'm not a big Pokemon guy, but Pokemon Snap's one of the few Pokemon games that I've ever played. And honestly, the only reason I haven't picked up new Pokemon Snap on the Switch is because I wanted to play through this again, because it's been a few years. That's a really good last game. Really good N64 game. I'm very, very happy about that. Good job, Video Games Monthly. I'd say that this was a pretty good box. I mean, this label is... Ooh. Well, it looks like that's going to scrape off. There's something on it. And the cartridge is kind of dinged up. But again, as long as it plays, it's not in the worst condition. I have, I can't remember what it is, but I have an N64 game that the label is way more messed up than that. I'm very excited about that. Sucks because my weekend got ruined, and I'm not really going to be able to play many games this weekend, but as soon as I can, I'm going to fire that up because, like I said, it's been many years since I played it, and I'm really happy to have that in my collection. So I'm going to make sure, yep, empty. So let me know what you think, guys. Was it a good box? We'll see the totals wherever. We'll see what the value is, but even if it's not quite value, I'm very happy with these 3 games. My pick of the box, ooh, you know what? It might be Pokemon Snap because I'm just really excited to own that. But the fact that I got 2 Magic games, that's very exciting. Definitely these are the winners. The GBA games, winter games might be a lot of fun. I don't know. I have enjoyed some of the winter games in the past. It's not even the little baby Rugrats. They're all grown up forms. So I'd say I have very, very low expectations for this. Maybe I'll be surprised, but that's probably, I think, the weakest game out of the lot. We'll see what the value is. But let me know what you think. What's your pick of the box? I have pre-ordered the 2600 Plus when it gets released. And I'm most excited to be able to start collecting 7800 games because I haven't played that many 7800 games. So if anyone has any good 7800 recommendations for when I get the 2600 plus, please let me know. I appreciate your guys' time. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.
Beware, playing Atari can be pretty hair-raising. Atari, simply more fun and games.
Alright everybody, welcome to the October unboxing. I'm bloody chuffed. Without further ado, let's get into it. I'm not 100% sure when this will go out. I'm very behind on my videos. After I record this, I'm going to go back and finally edit all of my September boxes pretty soon. And I hope to do a full update video to let everyone know what's going on. But soon, I just bought a new camera. I'm getting new lights, microphones. Long story short, I'm trying to up the production value and make these videos a little more than, you know, me and a webcam. I've also got a lot of really cool things planned. Some reviews, different videos on different topics, a whole bunch of stuff. So thank you everyone for watching, and can't wait for you guys to see all that new stuff. But yeah, like I said, without further ado, let's do the October Video Games Monthly. Now, I stripped back the systems I get for like way down. So from now on, at least for a little while, I'll just be getting games for NES, Atari 2600, and Master System. Master System, just until I get a Master System game, because I just want to. I've gotten something from VGM from every other system I have except for Master System. I just want to focus on the NES and Atari. With this box, at least for now, I want to build those collections before I started putting other things back in. And after playing that Rugrats game for the Game Boy Advance last month, I need a little break from Game Boy Advance games. I guess. But I'm excited to see what we got. Hopefully you guys will be seeing September's boxes soon, and this won't be released too far afterwards. One of my first goals is to consistently upload. Probably, I mean, at least once a week for now, then up to 2 would be nice. But now I don't know what this month's trinket is. I've purposely not looked at other people's videos. Feel our cards. Normal, you know, enter to win games, update your library. Ooh, got me a 1-up. Now I'm hoping, well, let's just see. Did I get that in time to where... No, I still have Game Boy Advance games, so I didn't update my, my preferences in time. I guess, I swear, it should have been enough time. It makes me wonder when they actually start packing these boxes, because it was a good bit before the end of the month. Whatever. So I'm just gonna say the GBA games cannot be worse than that Rugrats game. By far the worst game I've gotten in the boxes yet. So bad. I don't know what the trinket is. I don't feel. I don't know. I guess we'll find it as we go. Oh wait. I think I found it. It is... Ooh! Now, I've not gotten one of these yet, so this is very exciting. I'm actually... I don't really drink, but I like my my energy drinks. So go ahead and... Voila. Look how beautiful that is. Cool. I haven't got one of these yet. So, probably one of the best trinkets I've gotten since I've subscribed. So we'll start with the GBA games. A little disappointed. I want to collect GBA games. I want to collect shitty GBA games. Just right now, I'd rather focus on getting shitty games for the Atari and the 2600. So we'll start with GBA. So first game. We got Ice Age 2, The Meltdown. Never seen any of the Ice Age movies. I know people really like them. Isn't John Leguizamo the squirrel? I think I remember thinking that was kind of funny. I saw a short of him with a nut, I think, in front of another movie I saw in theaters. So it's made by Sierra. I don't know if that means it's going to be better than Rugrats, but wait, was that Rugrats game? Sorry. I was second guessing myself about whether that Rugrats game was GBA. And it was indeed. It was all grown up. Very bad. So, let me know. Is Ice Age 2 for the Game Boy Advance better than Rugrats all grown up? We'll see. But hopefully that'll be the worst game. That'll just be our one-up. Alright, second GBA game. Another licensed game. Yeah. I mean, again, I want to collect these licensed shovelware games. I do. But I am just more focused on NES and Atari right now. So, what's that say? Attack of the Twinkies? I didn't watch Jimmy Neutron. Attack of the Twonkies? I guess Twonkies are these little goblin things here. Never watched the show. Let me know, is the game better than Rugrats all grown up? Alright, so okay, very cool. We got 3 Atari games and 1 NES. So, yeah. Pretty much anything I get on the NES and Atari, I won't be too disappointed in. If it's a duplicate, that'll be kind of disappointing. So we'll do the first Atari game. Stampede, building that Activision collection. This is a really bad, that glue bleed. It's really bad. Conceived and designed by Bob Whitehead, but I don't think I've ever played this one. I think I saw somebody talk about this recently, and if I remember correctly, it wasn't a terribly great game, but I'll judge for myself when I get it. I'm glad. I don't know, are any of the Activision Atari games really expensive? I guess maybe some of the later releases would, because Activision did keep releasing games for the Atari late into its life. But very happy to have this. It would be cool to complete the Activision collection. I'll have to see how much they all are, but Stampede, very nice. Do another Atari. Okay, I think that's Skydiver. I don't know anything about this game. $1978. I don't know anything about this game. Let me know. Is this decent? Like, I don't know that I've heard of this. I wonder if it was released as something else, like for a Sears console, maybe the name I forgot. But Skydiver doesn't ring a bell. Very happy to add to that Atari collection. So, one more Atari. And we got, bam, Dodge'em. Every time I see Dodge'em, I think of Beat 'em and Eat 'em, because when I was a kid, Sean Baby in, what was that? Did he write for Electronic Gaming Monthly? Whatever magazine Sean Baby wrote for. He did an article about like the worst games ever, and Custer's Revenge was on it, and that's how I learned about Mystique. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go read about that, go down that rabbit hole. It's pretty interesting. But Dodge 'em, I'm not sure what the gameplay is like. Use with joystick, 1980. It's weird, it has this little 3 sticker on it. I don't know what that means on top of the Atari logo. It has a little 3 on it. So Dodge 'em, let me know. Is that good? And then, I think this is our last game. Yeah, it looks empty. It's an NES game. I'm trying to figure out some kind of sticker on the back. Let's see. Is that Ninja? Oh my gosh, it's Ninja Gaiden 2. Oh, this is the sticker I was feeling. So at one time, this went for $6.99. I don't know how old that sticker is. What is this? Replays? I can't, the sticker's faded. I can't tell what it's from. It is shaking. Hopefully that's, not too bad of a sign. The label is coming up a little bit here, but it's not too bad. I gotta be honest with you guys. I kind of suck at video games. I'm just gonna be honest. So I've never beaten any of the Ninja Gaiden games. I do enjoy playing them. I was recently playing the first one on the Switch, and I could make it a few stages. The thing about Ninja Gaiden is that even though they're really hard, and I'm not very good at them, they still manage to be enjoyable. Like, I still have fun playing them, so that's a testament to how good the game is. It's been a long time since I've tried Ninja Gaiden 2. I don't remember if it's harder or if it's about on the same page, difficulty-wise as the first one. But definitely one I'm very, very, very happy to have in my collection. I think that's super cool. I'm going to definitely try to get all 3 of them. I don't know what the price point of them are. You'll see what the price of this one is. But that is definitely a great way to end the box. I think they did a pretty good job, even with these 2 shovelware GBA games. I'm assuming next month, well, definitely, I would hope, or they made some kind of boo-boo. I should only be getting the Atari, NES, and Master System. So let me know what's your pick of the box. We'll do the totals here, see what the value is. I would say my pick of the box is Ninja Gaiden 2. That's a game that I feel like I needed to have. I'm very happy to have it. It's not in the best shape, the cart, but not the worst. It's definitely more than fine for me. And then if I had to pick a second one, you know what? I was going to say Stampede, because it's another Activision game. I'm really curious about this Skydiver, so that's going to be my pick for my second pick of the box. So I'm very, very, very interested in seeing what that's all about. So, I want to thank everyone for watching. Again, everything's going to be improving quality-wise soon. Hopefully I can get on a better schedule and get these things out on time and consistently. But until then, I thank everyone for watching. I appreciate you spending your time with me. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you next time. Bye. Welcome back, everybody. It's time for another Video Games Monthly unboxing. I'm bloody chuffed. Let's do it. Alright, so it's very hefty this week. It got really banged up in shipping. I don't know what happened. Hopefully everything's okay. I did take off Game Boy Advance because I just can't stomach the possibility of getting another Rugrats All Grown Up. So let's hope getting that out of here makes the selection of games a little bit better. Ooh, 1-Up. Awesome, very fun. Now I did see a lot of people get their boxes and they got different slinkies. Mine is... Oh, okay. I got... ooh, awesome. Luigi, one of my favorite characters. So, that'd be fun. Put that back on the desk here. So, Atari and NES. Fantastic. So we'll go ahead and start with Atari. And first up, we have Super Breakout. Awesome. Yeah, I got Breakout, I think, in my last box. I don't know if it was them or Retro Game Treasure. I think I mentioned when I got Breakout that I had Breakout when I was a kid, but now looking at this, I definitely had Super Breakout. This is the one I played as a wee little lad. Pretty sweet. 1978. Definitely looking forward to playing this one. Super Breakout is tons of fun. I played it a lot when I was a kid. It's a great example of the brick breaker genre. It's not my favorite. When I was a kid, I was more partial to Alleyway and Arkanoid, but this was definitely my first, and it's still fun to play today, so I'm super happy to have this in my collection. Another Atari, and we got Dig Dug. I've never played Dig Dug on the 2600. I do not believe. I think I've seen people play it. I've played a bunch of different versions of Dig Dug, but I don't believe I've ever played the one on the Atari. It's got a hole here in the middle, and that's all right. They've been really hitting it out of the park. The Atari always gets so much crap nowadays for like games like not holding up, but I've gotten nothing but bangers, mostly bangers. I think there's been a couple questionable titles. There's a sticker on here. Oh, Sean. This used to belong to Sean. So, Sean, I got your game, buddy. Thank you. I've never really been good at Dig Dug. It's a game, I do enjoy playing it. I just usually can't get very far. I'm not sure what it is with me and Dig Dug. But I will say part of the reason that I ended up enjoying this 2600 version so much is I was actually able to get some places. I usually don't live this long in Dig Dug, so I'm definitely going to play this one more and see how far I can get, because this might be the furthest that I'll ever see in Dig Dug. Awesome game. All right, so far, amazing. We got one more Atari game, and let's see. We got... I can't read that. Berserk! Yep, that's what I'm saying. I think I've played the Atari conversion of Berserk, but I'm not positive. But Berserk is a very fun game. 3 really banger titles for the Atari this month. Very good job. Awesome. Can't wait to try this out. I have noticed a little bit of a resurgence in interest in Berserk lately because the Berserk Recharge just came out. I haven't played it yet. I haven't even watched any reviews yet. A lot of people that I follow are talking about it. I just haven't had time to watch very many things lately. But Berserk is a lot of fun. The Atari version, which I did not have when I was a kid, is not as good as the arcade version. It's still a lot of fun though. I was lucky enough to get to play Berserk in the arcade a couple years ago when I was in Florida. It's one I'm going to keep coming back to. Alright, and then we have 3 NES games. Oh, love getting NES. I assume there's got to be at least one of these that I'm going to be stoked about. So, first up we got Renegade. Sorry. Very, very dirty. Ooh. Okay, that's gonna need a lot of cleaning. Renegade, I don't think I'm very good at it. I don't think I remember liking this game very much. Been a while since I've played it. It's a Taito game, so we'll see what I think of it when I play it, but any NES games right now is exciting for me. I don't think there's anything on the NES that would be like, no thank you. Even garbage. Love NES garbage. So, do you remember a second ago when I said that I love NES garbage? I might have been a little too strong in my phrasing. This game makes it really hard to enjoy. It's frustrating. I can't seem to get my character to do what I want to do. I just can't grasp these controls. I really wanted to like this game. I like the graphics, you know, it's got the whole River City Rampage style, you know, that whole group of games, but it's just frustrating. I've never been able to I wasn't able to get past these first few enemies before I got frustrated and gave up. Not a good time. Happy to have garbage though. All right, so second NES game, we got Russian Attack. All right. It's another one. I did not have this when I was a kid. I know I've watched a lot of people play it. I've heard good things about it. It's a Konami game. So, yeah. Can't wait to play this and we'll see what I think. Very exciting. That good old-fashioned Cold War propaganda. Russian Attack. That's a really clever name. The music is pretty rockin'. Digging that so far. I didn't get to play too much of this. I do like the cut of its jib. My favorite part is that you have this little tiny knife that you attack with, and every time that I use it, I do it in threes, so I want to go stab, stab, stab. Stab, stab, stab. I just can't get enough of stab, stab, stab. Stab, stab, stab. It was pretty sweet, and I got this like rocket launcher a few times, and that was fun too, but there's nothing like the stab, stab, stab. Certainly one I'm looking forward to delving deeper into. Stab, stab, stab. And then last game, place your bets. We're gonna go out with a bang or with a whimper. So far, this box has been, in my opinion, pretty phenomenal. So let's see what we got. We have, is that a ball game? Roger Clemens MVP Baseball. Now, not a big sports guy, definitely not a big baseball guy. I will say that I like the baseball games that I've played on the NES, at least a lot more than like modern, like realistic style games. So I see something on here, it brings two things into my head. If you can see this lovely little rainbow there. So that ups my excitement to get this game because it's got the beautiful LJN rainbow, but it also makes me think maybe this isn't going to be a good game of baseball. So we'll see. Let me know. What do you think of Roger Clemens Baseball? I kind of wish I would have pulled the NES games out in reverse order. It would have been more exciting for me that way. But, like I said, can't really go wrong with any NES cards right now. I want everyone I can get. I just love feeling the gray plastic in my fingers. I love seeing it on a shelf. I'm a big fan of, I don't know, I just, something about an NES cartridge, just special and beautiful. I am just not good at these sports ball games. I have had some fun. Like, I like the black box baseball on the NES. I can have some fun with that. I think a few other games, but this one wasn't really doing it for me. So people who like this kind of game, these sports ball games, do you guys like this game, or is it bad? Because I was not having a good time with it. So maybe that's just me and my incompetence in the genre. Let me know. So there we go. That's November's Video Games Monthly Box. Let's see, we are empty. Let me know what you guys think is the pick of the box. Real quick recap, and we'll do the prices here. We got Roger Clemens MVP Baseball, Russian Attack, Renegade. We have Berserk, the 2600, Dig Dug, and Super Breakout. I will say all three of these Atari games are really bangers. NES, I am curious to play them all. There's a chance I might like all of them. I think my pick of the box would probably be either Russian Attack, because it's a Konami NES game, or it's tough. I'm actually really excited for all three of these Atari games. If I had to pick one out of these, I think Dig Dug, because I'm pretty sure I've heard it's a good conversion. We'll see. I want to thank everyone at Happy Turkey Day. Thank you guys for watching. I'm having a lot of fun. I've got a lot of cool things planned. I want to thank everyone for coming along for the ride. You guys are beautiful, and I will see you next time. Bye. Bloody chuffed. Let's do it.
Merry Christmas.
So, happy December, everybody. I want to wish everybody a happy holiday, whatever it is that you celebrate. I love this season. I love Christmas. And I'm very excited to see my very first December Video Games Monthly box. It's a little bit late, but it's here. I cannot wait to see what's in it. It is heavy, so I don't know if that means I got maybe a 1 or 2 up or something, or maybe it's more NES games than Atari games than it's been, but it's pretty hefty. So let's do it. I did see that they have new cards. Oh, so I got a 1 up. So they've kind of taken the other cards, I guess 3 cards it was, and they've made different versions of it. So if you get a 1 up or 2 up, now you just get this card. So I have a 1 up, that's sweet, and it has the, update your library, chance to win games if you post to social media, so nice. I think this is our monthly trinket. Hell yeah, so I saw people were getting these. Are these stickers? I want to put these on my wall. But I got Wario. It's like a Christmas, decorate the Mario character. Very happy that I got Wario. That is sweet. So 2 NES, 3 NES, and 3 Atari. Perfect. As per usual, we will start with the Atari games. I'm still waiting to get some horrible trash from Atari. I know a lot of trash exists in that catalog, but so far, for the most part, everything I've gotten for the Atari has been pretty stellar. So we're gonna do the first Atari game. I always forget which way's up. But let's do first one. What we got? It is volleyball. Real sports volleyball. So there it is. The only volleyball game, okay, so there's a couple of volleyball games I can think of that I've ever played. There was the Dead or Alive volleyball, and then what was that called on the NES, where it was like the River City Ransom characters, Super Dodgeball. I've played that too. I don't know how I expect how well I expect volleyball on the Atari to run, but we shall see. Real Sports Volleyball was released in 1982, developed and published by Atari. This is actually a pretty sweet game of volleyball. I didn't think I was going to like it very much, but I ended up having a really good time. The biggest problem I had is I swear there's an area on the court that I just can't get to the ball, but it still counts as me losing the point. I'm not sure what's going on there. I've got to play with it some more, but I did thoroughly enjoy my time with it. If you like simple sports games on the Atari, I definitely recommend it. I'm going to come back to this one and play it some more. Alright, next Atari game. We have, bam, Space War? I know I've heard of this game, but off the top of my head, I cannot place what it is. pretty cool artwork. I do love this 70s Atari picture labels. Space War. I'm very curious now because there's so many different space games back in the day. I am just not sure. Can't remember what this one is, so very excited to check that out. Space War was developed and published by Atari in 1978, and it's alright. When I first booted it up, I thought it was just a 2-player only game like Combat, but the more I went through the game select, I did find that there was some single-player variations that seemed to revolve around me trying to collect the ball flying around the screen. It was okay. It was fun for a little bit. I can see the 2-player modes where you're trying to shoot each other being a lot of fun. I wish I had some friends, but alas, I do not. But it's all right. It's not what I thought it was going to be, but I'm happy to have it in my collection, and it's one that I'll definitely play at least a little bit more. All right, third Atari game. We have Sword Quest. Can't read the bottom there. Oh, Sword Quest Earthworld. So I've never played any of these games, but I think, is this the one that always keeps getting re-released in all the Atari collections? I can't remember, it might be all of them, but I've never played any of these. Let me know, what do you guys think? Are these good games? 3 more for the collection. I believe, I'll have to check to make sure, but I believe that brings me over 50 in my Atari collection, so very awesome. Sword Quest Earthworld was released in 1982, developed and published by Atari. This is the first in the Sword Quest series. Out of 4 planned games, I guess only 3 came out. I did not exactly know how to play. I did not look at the manual. I started the game and I just kept going down, and then I eventually got a screen that looked like I won. I'm not sure. Looks like you collect items. I then got to this room where it's kind of like Frogger, where I'm trying to avoid the lines. I eventually got to the other side, and I think I picked up some things. I got to another like Frogger-like room where you ride these little pieces up the screen, like you have to jump on them like the logs in Frogger. I'm not really sure what I was doing, but I'm intrigued, and I'm definitely going to look at a manual and see if I can figure out how to play it, because I can see how there is fun to be had here. I just need to learn what the heck I'm doing. All right, now we got 3 NES. Let's hope for some bangers. So first up, we have Tetris 2. Very nice. I have Tetris 2 on the Super NES. I'm not big on Tetris 2. I bought Tetris 2 for the Super NES because it was very cheap, and I wanted to have something to start my collection. It was the very first game I got. It was very, very cheap. I actually had the NES version of this when I was a wee lad. I remember playing it a lot when I was a kid, but I always preferred the original Tetris. It's kind of a disappointment, the use of bombs and stuff. It's not very Tetris-like. But I have played some of the Super NES version in the last few months, and it's alright. This is definitely... I'm probably going to play this one more just for the nostalgia factor and the fact that I owned it when I was a kid. So, good start. Tetris 2. Tetris 2 was released for the NES in 1993. It was published by Nintendo and produced by the legendary Gunpei Yokoi, which I didn't know until I just looked this up. I know I seemed pretty down on Tetris 2 in the unboxing footage, and I'm not sure why. Like I said previously, I bought this game for the Super NES because it was very cheap and I just wanted a game to have in my collection. And I played it and I didn't enjoy myself very much. I don't know if I was just in a bad mood that day or what, but I actually had a pretty good time with this. It's not Tetris. It's more akin to Dr. Mario, but I ended up playing this for much longer than I expected to, and I got much further in this version than I did in the Super NES version. I don't know what that's all about. I'll need to go back to that version. But if you like puzzle games, especially if you like puzzle games in the vein of Dr. Mario, yeah, check this one out. It's not as iconic or engaging, I don't think, in my personal opinion, as the actual original Tetris. But for what this is, it's actually pretty good. And I'm definitely going to be coming back to this one and see how far I can get. Up next, we have what is that? Track and Field 2? I can't read. Yes, Konami's Track and Field 2. I think I have the first Track and Field, or I might have it on the Famicom. I can't remember off the top of my head. Not my favorite. Like, I'm not. There are some of the like athletic games that I enjoy. The like winter games and stuff, but I don't believe I've never played the second one. I don't think, but the first one is not one of my favorites. But very happy to add to the collection. As you know, I do love collecting classic Konami NES fare before Konami went completely evil. So there we go. Track and Field 2, not bad. Track and Field 2 was published and developed by Konami in 1989. First thing I'll say is that I was able to jump into my first game and win. That is not very common for me in these type of games. It usually takes me a while to figure out what the heck I'm doing to have any success. But I won fencing. I am the king and champion of the day. Besides that, I actually had a lot more fun with this than I thought. I really like the graphics. I like the big characters. They look really nice. I enjoyed every event that I tried. I only tried a few to get footage for this and to get first impressions, but it was actually a lot better than I expected. I had a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to going through all the events and checking out what all this game has to offer. Also, the music, really good. I really, really like the music. And then, so that we should have one more, right? Yep, one more. Let's go out with a bang. Merry Christmas to me, right, VGM? Merry Christmas and a bam! Silent Service. So, I don't remember much about this game. I know it is another very inexpensive game. I can't remember anything about it off the top of my head. You guys will see what I think when I record the gameplay footage. Let me know, what do you think of Silent Service? Is this a yay or nay? Regardless, I am happy with any NES game in my collection right now. Does that say Ultra? Yeah, so technically this is another Konami game. So that's cool because it has the Ultra imprint there. Very nice. I know that this is one I see around a lot because, like I said, I know it is very inexpensive. So, Silent Service was released for the NES in 1989. It was published by Konami and actually developed by Rare, which is pretty cool. I did not know that. That's interesting. And I guess it's based on an old computer game by Sid Meier. I am not familiar with this game. I don't think I've ever played a submarine simulator before. This is another one I think I need to read the instructions. I need to take a look at the manual to understand what I'm doing. I was able to figure out how to move, how to go up and down in the submarine. I found some enemy ships, I guess, but I wasn't sure what to do. I didn't know how to engage. Yeah, I just hit a brick wall. But it seems interesting. I don't know if it's really something that's up my alley and that I'll really be interested in long term, but I'll at least, get a manual, try to figure out what I'm doing, give it a good shot, and see what I think. I'm interested, but I don't think that this is going to be one for me in the long run. Pretty sweet box. We will see what the totals are, but we'll do a quick recap before we go. We have Silent Service on the NES. We have Tetris 2 on the NES as well. And then we have Track and Field 2 on the NES. And then for the Atari, we have Sword Quest Earthworld. We have Space War. We have Real Sports Volleyball. So, not a bad box. I think my pick of the box, honestly, it's probably, well, one, Tetris 2, because like I said, this is one of the games I had when I was a child, and at the very least with my collecting, I want to collect all of the games that I owned when I was a child. And Space War, because off the top of my head, I can't remember what this is. I'd like to collect as many of the Atari games as possible, and this is some good old-fashioned early gaming space goodness, so I'm excited about that. Let me know if you guys play this. Do you know anything about it? And tell me what it is. So let me know what your pick of the box is. So I've been having a blast doing too many boxes, and I can't wait to share more with you guys next year. It's hard to believe that it's the end of 2023. Madness to me, but I'd say I'm pretty happy with that box. Any new NES and Atari games are good in my book. At least they weren't all like sports games or anything. Silent Service, like I said, it might be a good game. I cannot remember. I just know that it is a cheap game. Track and Field 2, again, it's good to have because it's Konami. I'm pretty happy with the box. Good Christmas box. And again, I want to wish you guys all a happy holidays. Thank you for spending your time with me. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye. Welcome back, everybody. It's time for the first Video Games Monthly unboxing of the year. Happy New Year. I got one of the new boxes. I'm excited. So without further ado, I don't want to waffle on too long. Let's get into it. So in the background here, I've got my Nintendo Power playing. You're not going to really be able to see him too well, but everyone make sure to go check his channel out. He's awesome. So, let's get into it. We got a card, ooh, and we got a 1-up, ladies and gentlemen. So that means I get the 5-game box. That means I will be getting 6 instead of 5. So I feel our little trinket. I already saw the people were getting these. Oh, mine's got like... Well, mine's kind of messed up. It got like messed up in transport. That sucks, because this is really cool. It's a Floyd Mania button. Floyd is their little mascot, but it got damaged. I don't know if you get how well that's picking up, but that sucks. Hopefully they send me another one at some point. But there's a little trinket. We got our Floyd Mania button. Feel around in here. Oh, okay. I think it's a Mattel Atari cartridge. I think we got 4 NES games and 2 Atari. That's pretty sweet. So, as per usual, we'll go ahead and start with the Atari. I'm not sure what the best way... I don't know how to flip this up, but first Atari game. Let's go. We got... actually, it's not working. International Soccer. I mean, I do kind of like the shape of these cartridges. They look weird on the shelf with everything else, though, and you know, there's no artwork on it. But it just kind of look like the '80s vision of the future. Cart's not in bad condition. It is a little dirty. There is some label damage, but I am not big on soccer, or you know, international soccer, which I guess they, you know, what most people call football. But I find that the older sports games I enjoy a lot more because they're a lot more pick up and play and arcadey. So let me know, what does everyone think of International Soccer? It's an okay start to the box. International Soccer was released in 1982 and published by M Network. It is 2-player only, and I don't have any friends. It looks neat. I think this would be fun with 2 people. I will say that the scroll back up after I made a goal was really neat. This is one that I need to find someone to play with, but it looks okay. Alright, another Atari game. Never know which way to flip these up either. So let's see. I couldn't tell because this cartridge is kind of gross, like really gross, and I couldn't tell which was the front and the back by feeling it. But we have Air Sea Battle. As you can see, like that's really, like it almost feels like the texture of the plastic because there's so much damage. Like I don't know if that's, I guess it's some kind of water damage and like mixed with like dirt and dust and stuff. But this is Air Sea Battle. The label's really gross, but at least it has some kind of end label. I believe I have, this is the same as Target Fun, right? Yeah, if I'm remembering correctly. And I have Target Fun, but that's cool. Now I have the Atari variant. If this is that game, it's a lot of fun, but I need to find a friend to play it with because it's kind of boring just playing with myself. But cool, 2 new Atari cards for the collection. Air Sea Battle. Air Sea Battle was released in 1977 by Atari. It is in fact the same game as Target Fun for the Sears Telegame console. It was actually the pack-in, I guess, for that console. This is another game that I can't really get the full enjoyment out of because I don't have anyone to play with. It's 2-player only. So there's a whole bunch of different variations, and it looks like each time it's just you're versing the other player and trying to get the higher score. So there are ones where you're trying to shoot things in the air. There's like a target shooting thing like you'd see at a carnival. There's ones where you're planes and you're trying to drop bombs on stuff, and you're just versing another player and seeing which one can get the higher score. I can see how it would be a lot of fun with 2 players, but no one likes me, and I'm stuck by myself, and can only dream of the wonderfulness that can be had with this game. Alright, so we got 4 NES games. Let's just go ahead and get the top one. We have, is that Top Gun? So I was just thinking the other day, I can't believe that I haven't gotten Top Gun yet because I know this game is like super cheap. I can't remember off the top of my head how it's worth, but I believe it's just like a few bucks, like $2 or $3. I could be wrong. Maybe it's a little more than that. I've never played Top Gun. I've seen the Nerds video about it. I know all about the landing sequences. I think some people really like it, if I remember correctly, and some people cannot stand it. So I don't know where I'm going to fall. You guys will know when I do the gameplay. I'll let you know what I think, but cool. Nice, another Konami NES game for me. Very nice. And now I can say that I have it, and I don't have to wonder about if I'm going to get it anymore, or at least when I get it, because I knew I was going to get it eventually. Top Gun was released in 1987 for the NES by Konami, and you know what? I had a good little bit of fun with it, more than I thought I would. I'm not too big on games where I'm in like a cockpit view and shooting. I mean, especially like 8 and 16-bit games. I just never thought it really translated that well, and I was just not very good at it. But this was pretty fun for a few minutes. I did enjoy it more than I thought I would. And then I got to the landing sequence, and I couldn't remember what I was supposed to do. I know there's some kind of secret to this, like you can't just directly pay attention to what the little words are saying on the screen, but I wasn't sure what to do. I didn't look at the manual. I just figured I'd try it and see how it went. I didn't have enough time to really give too much more for this game to catch gameplay footage, but it's definitely one I'll come back to later. I look forward to hopefully maybe pulling off this landing sequence eventually. Next up we have... Is that Skate or Die? Skate or Die. I have Skate or Die. And I'm almost 1,000% positive that I marked it off my list. I'm going to check right now. Yes, Skate or Die is marked on my list. That is sad. So now I have a duplicate. This is the first duplicate, I think, than I've ever gotten from Video Games Monthly, so I don't know what that process is really like. I know from watching other people's videos that they say that their customer service is great, they will make it right. Kind of a bummer, I'm not gonna lie, but like I said, I will send them a message and hopefully it'll be okay. So, another copy of Skate or Die. A game that I have a really hard time playing because it just doesn't click for me. Skate or Die was released in 1988 by Ultra Games, which was another name for Konami. Interestingly enough, I didn't know this until now, but I guess this, or at least the original computer versions of this, was the first internally developed game for EA. So that's fascinating. I still can't wrap my head around the controls of this game. I don't know what's wrong with me. I just need to sit down, look at the manual, and really try to learn how to play this. But this is one that I've just never had a really easy time figuring out. It's not very intuitive to me. But I do think if I would just sit down with it for a little bit more than I have, I would probably be able to figure this out. As it is, I mean, I think I had a little bit more fun the last time I tried to play this, but it's still something that's not connecting with me. Alright, next NES game we have Platoon. Never played Platoon. Saw the movie many years ago. Not even sure what kind of gameplay style this is. I don't know if this is one of the actual OK licensed NES games or if this is one of the ones that is not looked fondly upon, but I'm excited to check it out. You guys will see what I think when I film the gameplay, but the next to last game, we got Platoon. Platoon was published in 1988 by Sunsoft. It's okay. I didn't know. It's hard to tell when you get these licensed games for the NES if they're going to be like a big pile of crap or halfway decent. This one was halfway decent. I don't really understand what I'm doing. At one point, see right here, I get explosives, but then I wasn't sure what I do with the explosives. The map system is kind of weird. I was just kind of going up and down randomly, which was annoying because up is also jump, so sometimes I'd be trying to go up the map and I would end up jumping and then I would jump back down on an enemy that just spawned and died. Another problem I have with this game is that enemies will just keep spawning on top of you and killing you, but I am intrigued. I need to learn how to play this and see what to do, and I might like it. Alright, last NES game. Let's hope it's a banger. Any NES game is cool, though. Really, I don't mind any NES game. I think that's why that duplicate is so depressing. So, our last game, fingers crossed, we got... okay, so this is another one. I was wondering, how long is it going to take before I get this one? Because I know this is a very inexpensive game. I was actually just watching somebody play it. I think I watched somebody get this in their box just a few days ago. If I remember correctly, it's like a flying game, overhead kind of a thing. I understand it's very difficult, but we'll see. We'll see how I do when I record gameplay. But cool, it's another one that I was kind of just waiting to get. Like Pipe Mania, my first box, is one that I knew that I would get. Let me know what you guys think of Captain Skyhawk. Oh, it's got like some sticker leavings on it. But all in all, I mean, it's not in horrible condition, a little dusty. So there we go. Captain Skyhawk was released in 1990. It was published by Milton Bradley and developed by Rare. The soundtrack is done by David Wise, and it is delightful. It gave me RC Pro-Am vibes. And I enjoyed this game way more than I thought I would. Like I said during the unboxing, I had just watched somebody play this, and they weren't able to get past the first level. They kept dying. And that was my experience too when I popped this game in the first time just to see if it worked and I wasn't capturing footage yet. I kept dying, but this time when I was capturing footage, I was actually able to make it past the first stage. There was a boss at the end, and then there's a couple different gameplay variations. So I had a really good time with this. I kept playing it and didn't want to put it down, but eventually I had to because I needed to capture other footage. But this one's a lot of fun. I'm going to come back to this one and explore a little bit more, see how far I can get. But I thoroughly enjoyed my time with this, and I'm glad that I have it. it's awesome.
Hey everybody, quick update. They did send me a replacement for Skid or Die. I had intended on doing a regular reshoot with my setup, but I've been very sick over the last few days. I figured I would just do this because, I'm gross. So you probably hear the heater in the background because it's cold in my office and I have the heater running and I feel like I'm dying. So let's go ahead and see what they sent us as a replacement for Skid or Die. It's kind of hard to do with one hand. Okay, and we have... Ooh! There is a name and a number. Michael Phillips. Alright, Michael, I got your game, which is... Ooh, Urban Champion. It's a black box game. Very cool. I think I only have one other black box game so far, maybe two. I think I have two. I'm pretty sure I've heard pretty mixed feelings about this, but very excited to get, what does that say? Action series. So Urban Champion. So I'll make sure to add this to the totals. You'll see what this is worth here, but this is a very acceptable replacement for Skid or Die. I'm very excited about this. Thank you, Video Games Monthly. If you have a problem with them, you just send them an email and they will make it right. So back to the regularly back to the regularly scheduled program.
Urban Champion was released in 1986. It was developed and published by Nintendo, and it was produced by our boy Gunpei Yokoi. I always love seeing these old, early Nintendo games. It's always fun to see where they started, where they came from, what their early games were like. Now, this isn't the most interesting game in the world. It's an early example of a one-on-one fighting game. You have a heavy attack and a light attack, and you're just trying to smack the crap out of your opponent and get them to the other side where they do a little flippity flip, and then you repeat. I think it's every 3 stages. You get confetti thrown on you, and the cycle continues. It's very, very repetitive. It did start to get old after I was playing it for a little while. I think you have to get like 135 rounds or something to be a champion and like win, kind of, I guess. I'm not sure how that works. I'll have to look into that. This was cute. Every so often a police will pass you and you've got to pretend like, we're not doing nothing. We're innocent. Officer, look, we're just minding our own business. And then you go back to fighting when the police are gone. I thought that was a really nice touch. I'm going to play this more. I had fun with it. Not the best, but it's fun. So we'll do a real quick recap. We have Air Sea Battle for the Atari 2600, International Soccer for the 2600, Captain Skyhawk for the NES, Platoon for the NES, Skid or Die, which is a duplicate. I'll reach out to them. If they send me another game, I'll make sure to make an update video and show you what they sent me. And we got Top Gun, which I am excited about this because I've never played it, I've heard a lot about it, and I'm curious to finally try it for myself. It's one, like, even in, like, when I was in high school and getting into, like, NES emulators, it's not one I don't even know if I was really aware of this game when I was young and starting to emulate NES games, so excited to check that out. Honestly, so for pick of the box, I'm going to say Platoon, interestingly enough. For one thing, I just noticed it is a Sunsoft game. I usually enjoy Sunsoft experiences. That's pretty sweet cover art. I don't know. For some reason, this one's the one that's calling to me. I'm going to say it's my pick of the box. And then probably after that, Top Gun, because like I said, I'm excited to finally check that one out. So make sure you let me know what your pick of the box is. Let me know what you think of the box in general. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you go check out Mike Tendo Power. He's awesome. He does these unboxings. He does other style videos. He's just a fun guy to watch. Go give him some love. And I will see you guys next time. Bye. Hey everybody, it's that time. February VGM has arrived. Let's do it. Alright, so this is my 12th box, which is crazy to think about that. This is my 12th box. So next month will be my 1 year anniversary for VGM. It will be the 1 year anniversary for Too Many Boxes. Anyone that's new to the channel, welcome. Hope you enjoy these videos. I am starting to try to make other content. The first other thing I've started to do are these reviews for Steam games that are $5 or less. If you're into Steam or PC gaming, please go check those out. And I've got some more things planned in the future. So for next month, which will be the 1 year anniversary, I've decided in celebration I'm going to open my subscription up a little bit more. Because right now I'm just getting Atari, NES, and Master System, but they've still yet to send me a Master System game. But next month I'm going to open it up to N64 also and Super NES. Alright, so let's feel around. Got a card. Does not look like I got a 1-up. I think it's been a while since I've not gotten a 1-up, but our obligatory card that reminds us to update our library and whatnot. A sticker? Ooh, it's a mag. I'm sorry, I got way too excited. It's a Floyd Mania magnet. That's awesome. I don't know if I have somewhere I can put this in here. I put it on my fridge, but it'd be cool if I could find somewhere to hang it up. But nice, that's awesome. I've not gotten one of these yet, so thank you, VGM. Very cool. All right. I think I got my first Master System game. I think that's what that is. Ooh, buddy. It's about time, VGM. Okay, Atari. I think that's Master System. And 3 NES. Ooh. I really needed this today. Oh, by the way, before I get too far along, I want to let everyone know, playing behind me is Drink and Games with Josh. If you haven't checked out his channel, go check him out. He's a really cool dude. He does these unboxing videos, he does gameplay videos, pickups. He seems like a really nice guy if I ever get to meet him. So shout out to Josh. Go show him some love. Alright. So we'll start with the Atari. I'm actually genuinely very excited. And we got, it looks like an Activision game, Barnstorming. I've played this a little bit. I didn't own this when I was a kid. I played this in emulation when I was a young lad getting into emulating old games. I don't think I'm very good at this. It's not one of my favorite games, but very cool to get another Activision game. I gotta find out how many Activision games there actually are and how far away I am from completing that set. I have many Activision games. It's got that Actiplaque, but it's not the worst example of Actiplaque I've ever seen in my life. And then there's some kind of sticker on the back here. It was in some kind of game store, I guess. I can't really tell where it was from, but cart is in pretty good condition, I'll be honest. Awesome. Very excited to start with an Activision Atari game. Barnstorming was developed and published by Activision in 1982. It is a very simple concept. Pass through the allotted amount of barns while dodging windmills and geese as quickly as you can. You can move up and down and throttle with the button. There are variations with the amount of barns you need to pass through and the course layouts. But that's it. That's the whole game. I don't think that Barnstorming is a bad game, but it is one with which I get very bored fairly quickly. One day I'll set aside some time to play this game for an extended period, learning the courses and seeing the best times I can achieve, but after that, I just don't know that I will ever have much interest in picking this up ever again. I will say, though, that I am glad to add it to the collection. Alright. I don't know if I should save this Master System game. It's gotta be Master System. Let's go ahead. I can't contain my excitement. Let's see what Master System game we have. We have Hang On Safari Hunt. All right, cool. So this is actually the third Master System game I actually have. The other two I bought at my local retro game store. Well, one of them I bought at my local retro game store. I think the other one I got on eBay or something. But very cool. Hang On is a cool game. I don't know how the Master System version plays, but I've been waiting 12 months now for a Master System game from them. So awesome. Awesome. I'm not sure what Safari Hunt is. I could be wrong, but I think that might be a light gun game. Don't know. But if it is, I won't be able to play it. Cartridge is in pretty good shape. It's got some like schmutz and dirt and stuff up here, but it looks like it can just be cleaned off, wiped off. So, wow. Awesome. First Master System game. Very awesome. So I was correct in that I am not able to play Safari Hunt because I don't have a CRT or a phaser, but this multi-cart was released in 1986 as a pack-in for the system. Hang On was an early game developed for the arcade by Yu Suzuki in 1985. The Master System port here is not too shabby. After I got the hang of it, I found myself to have a pretty good time. I found the graphics to be pretty appealing and enjoyed the changes in scenery as I raced. While not as impressive as its arcade counterpart with the awesome ride-on cabinet, it is definitely a good time and gives you a nice shot of that early Sega goodness. One day, I hope to be able to give Safari Hunt a try. And then we have 3 NES games. Always excited to get any NES. So let's do the first one. We got... I hope this is a different Top Gun, because I just got Top Gun. Top Gun Second Mission! So I had a few people reach out to me about their time when they were younger playing Top Gun. Let me know, anyone who enjoyed the first Top Gun, how do you feel about the second mission? Is it better? Is it worse? Is it about the same? I'm excited to try it. I really don't know much about Second Mission. I don't know if the gameplay is just more of the same or if there's some difference with it. So, very excited to check that out. Got Top Gun Second Mission. Top Gun The Second Mission was developed and published by Konami in 1990. I haven't had the opportunity to spend a ton of time with this game yet, but my first impressions, I believe, are pretty on par with my first impressions with the original Top Gun game. I had some fun doing shooty shoot with my enemies in the air, but I did have some trouble consistently shooting my missiles, and feel that if I was able to sit down with the game and give it some time, I would be more comfortable with the controls, but I did have some trouble here. It isn't really my type of game, but I can see having some enjoyment with it. I especially like how I can do some rolls with my aircraft. Most triumphant for me, though, personally, is the fact that I was able to land my Tomcat on the very first try. Okay, next NES, we got Marble Madness? Marble Madness! Did not own this when I was a kid, but I played this a lot as an adult. It's been a while since I've played it. Again, it's one I don't think I'm great at, but I have a lot of fun with. But this box is awesome already, and I still have one more game to go. I'm already happy, so Marble Madness, fantastic. Marble Madness was published in 1989 by Milton Bradley and is based on the Atari arcade game. In the arcade, the game utilizes trackball for control, and I imagine that would be the optimal way to play this game, but the D-pad is perfectly serviceable here. Marble Madness is a game that I find incredibly frustrating, like throw my controller frustrating, but I still have a good time with it and would say that it is a game that I like. I just wish I was better at it. The entire game revolves around you controlling your marble through the stage until you reach the end, while dodging hazards and avoiding enemies. For as simple as the premise is, and how infuriating the gameplay can be, I find Marble Madness to be very charming, and it is for sure a game that I will come back to in the future, and I'm very happy to own it. And then, this will be our last game. Fingers crossed. Can they keep up the streak of awesomeness? Hacha! Looks like a sports ball game. It's a little bit of a letdown. Tecmo Baseball. Now, I do enjoy a lot of old baseball games. They're easier for me to wrap my head around. Let me know. I've never played Tecmo Baseball. Is this a good game of baseball? I mean, I'll let you know my first impressions when I record the gameplay, but I'm curious what you guys think. You like this game? Is it a good one? Not a letdown. Like I said, any NES game is cool with me, but kind of wish I would have pulled this out, like, first out of the NES games, but very cool. Tecmo Baseball was released by Tecmo in 1989 and is a game where you play baseball. I really don't have much more to say about this one. It seems fine to me for someone that isn't very experienced with sports games. I think if I would have spent some more time with it, I could have probably done pretty well at it. I'm not sure. I enjoyed some of the music. It made me want to do the twist at some points. Tecmo Baseball seems like a perfectly adequate game of baseball, and it will help fill out my shelf nicely. Let me know. How does Tecmo Baseball stack up against the other baseball games on the NES? I'm curious. I am actually really happy with this box. I don't know what the values will be, but I finally got my first Master System game. That's rad. So, quick recap while we do the totals and all that fun stuff. We have Barnstorming for the Atari. We have my first Master System from any of my mystery boxes. I'm very excited. We have Hang On / Safari Hunt for the Sega Master System. Sorry, I always thought to look at the pins. I keep forgetting to do that. And then we have Tecmo Baseball for the NES. We have Marble Madness for the NES. And we have Top Gun Second Mission. I'm pretty excited because I just got the first one. Was that last month's box? I think that was last month's box. So, very cool. Nice attention to detail there, VGM. Top Gun Second Mission. So let me know, guys, what your pick of the box is. I'm going to say my pick of the box, I mean, probably overall will be Hang On Safari Hunt, because I'm excited to finally get a Master System game. It's only my third Master System game that I own entirely. And then the other one, probably pretty equal. I'm very excited to own this Marble Madness for the NES. I do have memories of this, not from when I was a kid, but when I got older and got back into playing retro video games. So, everyone, let me know what your pick of the box is. Let me know what you think of the box in general. Thank you for everyone who has been following me on this journey. But I'm having a blast sharing this time with you guys. I love making these videos. I love these services. I do get some comments every once in a while telling me how awful these services are, blah, 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 blah. I love them. They're good for me. And they give me an excuse to make videos and talk about video games with all of you fine folks. So I think it's a win-win. Like I said, I'm going to start making different kinds of content. I've got some lists lined up. I'm going to start, I think, with an Atari list, work through all the retro consoles, and try to do a little more modern things. I'd like to do some stuff on the Switch and keep doing my Steam dollar menu videos. Again, I'm going to leave a link up here for everyone to check that out. If you're into PC gaming or Steam, please check that out. I'm trying to get that rolling. So, hope everyone enjoyed the video. Thank you again. I hope you have a wonderful and beautiful day. And I will see you next time. Bye. Floyd Mania running wild! Let's do it.